Woodward Sports, let's go.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Woodward Sports Network, let's go.
And good morning to you. Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. My name is Stick, and welcome to a Monday show. And by coincidence, we all decided to wear orange today.
Look at us all matching.
We've been working together so long, we're all on the same clothes cycle. Isn't that awesome?
Does that mean, you know how you say when you're around people so much you start to look alike?
Sorry, Corey.
I mean, I don't know. I see some vitiligo spots popping up, so who knows? You never know.
Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show. My name is Stick. To my right this morning.
What's going on? It's Corey.
And to my left this morning.
Joey, hello there.
We have Alex in producer land and a very special guest in the fishbowl. Fish is out all week this week.
That's it. Cancel the show.
Yeah, don't know
We're
how
out.
this network's
We're
going to
out.
maintain,
We're
but we have Jeff not only doing socials, he's multitasking today. He's in the fishbowl.
We're holding it down for
Hey,
Fish.
lower the camera a little bit. Lower the camera a little bit. There we
Come
go.
on, get it together,
There we
Jeff.
go, Fish.
There he
That look
is.
good? That look good?
Wow,
There
you
he
look
goes.
good. You got your water bottle right there like Fish does.
I'm trying to prep like Fish.
But you're lazy. Fish stands the whole show. You're lazy.
No, I can't believe Fish
I know.
stands.
I give Fish credit for standing the whole show. We were just talking
not
about
just
that.
our show, all three shows.
That's a good point.
Like, Fish just stands, and then, of course, we have the lovely Paige in here on Monday and Tuesdays, and she's got a story coming up in Joey's news. Lots of stuff to go over today. Obviously, the UFC fight, we got to recap that. We were all at Imagine Theaters in Royal Oak, and that was a hell of a night. Just didn't end the way we wanted it to. Got your chance to qualify for that $25K Kick for Crypto contest. That's coming up at 9 a.m. But first, last night, man, the Tigers, I hate to use the pun, but we got a new baby tiger. I don't want to call him a cub because I hate the Cubs, so we got a new tiger in the house.
Yeah,
Number 3 overall pick, Jackson Jobe, a high schooler, and I like what this kid's got to offer so far.
Yeah, I mean, what I like is the way that they do the draft, too, getting them out of high school and then really forces you into doing your research into seeing what these young talents look like. And seeing a lot of this kid's videos and highlight reels, I mean, there was a lot of excitement on the Twitter world that I saw.
I actually did some little research on this, and from everything I read, there are a lot of people, experts and scouts were shocked that the Tigers went in that direction. He was one of the players they were scouting, but they thought that they were going to go, in the direction of going with a shortstop, like there's a Marcelo Mayer, Jordan Lawler. They thought they were going to go in that direction, but getting this guy out of high school, they're saying he's looking like one of the best prospects out there, and he's the highest drafted. He's the highest drafted high school pitcher by the Tigers since 1976 when they drafted Pat Underwood. Now, hopefully he doesn't play like Pat Underwood, because I checked out his stats and he didn't do too much of nothing.
I was going to say, Pat Underwood's stats? Like Corey doing research. I love it.
Doesn't look like much. Pat Underwood's career highlight is his debut game in the major leagues was against his brother Tom. So that's really it.
That is not exactly what we want out of our number 3 overall pick. But is our guest on the line, Alex? Joey, I will let you introduce him since apparently I screwed up his name.
No, you didn't screw up his name. We all have been screwing up his name because it's one of those that you just call by the nickname, so you never mess up his name. But It's Rogelio Castillo. Good morning.
Morning, guys. How you guys doing?
Doing well, man. First of all, thanks for coming out to the UFC party. It was great to see you there at Imagine.
No problem. It was that injury. So you guys are gonna talk about this later. That was horrific. That ankle. Even when they kept slowing it down, I was like, oh man.
It's worse when they slow it down because in real time you don't really see it. Then they slow it down. You're like, how bones don't work like that. Well, let's get into it. You obviously are a huge Tigers contributor on Twitter, and so we wanted to bring you on because you are our foremost expert on this situation. How you feeling after the number 3 pick last night?
Well, first and foremost, Corey's reference of Pat Underwood is amazing because there is YouTube footage of Pat Underwood pitching against, I believe, the Blue Jays, and his career never amounted to much. But I digress. Initially, I was kind of stunned because you talk about Meyer being the for sure thing, being compared to possibly the next Alan Trammell. But, I think with his slider spin rate, and that's what the Tigers were looking at, you have to trust him. I look at what the Tigers did last year, picking up Colt Keefe, who's off to a really good start in Lakeland, who's a high schooler. And you have to kind of maybe perhaps ignore past history of the Tigers developing high school pitchers or players for that matter. And so this is kind of a new step in development. This is kind of a new thing. Tigers used to be a for sure thing with, you talk about they have had drafts where they picked nothing but relievers. 2019 was a bunch of offense. Same thing with last year. And so you have to trust the process a little bit. And I think for Tiger fans right now, I know there was a little bit of initial outrage, but Ty Madden is a steal at number 32, which we'll talk about in a second. But
right,
I like Jackson Jobe. I do. I'm coming around to it. He was my number one mock draft pick at Motor City Bengals because just talking to some of the other Tiger people, they're just, like I said, it was the slider spin rate for him and that kind of polish in high school. And, his dad was a pro golfer. So that also helps. And having that pedigree of having a professional athlete in your family really goes a long way.
Yeah, when I was reading and doing my research on this guy, the thing that really stuck out to me wasn't the 99 miles an hour that he can hit on his fastball on occasion. It was the spin rate that he has on his slider. Like, we're talking over 3,000 RPMs on that spin. And that is like elite level spin. So it's not really going to cost him his arm in the long run to, throw those pitches because of the spin rate. I like the upside of this guy, and I think that's what the Tigers were going for, just strictly upside here, because he has the highest ceiling pretty much in the draft, right?
Correct, yeah. And the biggest thing about spin rate is how it's used effectively, because people get into the numbers so much, but I think it really depends on what kind of movement you're getting with the spin rate, and if it becomes an effective pitch, and people get obsessed with like, well, the number this, number that, but if it's still doing what it's supposed to do and it's spinning, which is striking out batters, that's all that matters. And for his age, and I think you look at what Chris Fetter's been doing right now as a pitching coach for the Tigers, and just taking guys like, you saw even yesterday with Willie Peralta still going out there before the bullpen kind of imploded a little bit. But, you have, and the development process with pitching has been coming a long way. And so that's where I think if fans just kind of sit back, relax, and go, hey, look at what the Tigers have been doing with their starters the last couple of years. Dan Hubbs, the director of pitching development, also comes to mind too. They have a system in place, and I think you just have to trust. I hate to say the cliche, trust the process, the 76ers trust the set, but
it's like a sin.
So Jackson is their fifth prep high school pitcher they selected in the past 15 years. You got Rick Porcello, Matt Manning, Jacob Turner, Jake Thompson. How do you feel about them going in this direction again? Obviously, they want him to become Rick Porcello, become the Cy Young winner with the Tigers, not with the Red Sox. But how do you feel about them going in that direction with another, prospect that high?
I feel a lot better about it now than I would have back then, because when you look at what happened in the case of Jacob Turner, Jacob Turner did what he was supposed to do. He got us good trade bait, and that's what Dave Dombrowski would do. He would get a guy hyped up and then able to trade it. But I think with the current pitching development process in place, I feel a lot better about this pick overall so high. When I first saw it, I was telling, we did a podcast last night, and we're talking about it, and outrageous pick, quote unquote, and then I did a belly flop into my buddy's pool because
do you have that video?
Yeah, the video's on Twitter, so it's in there. But it's one of those things where at first I was kind of uneasy about it, because you look at past high school pitchers that are drafted that high, but then you get a comparison to Josh Beckett, who was a very good effective starter for the Marlins team. He basically put the Marlins on his back and helped them win the 2003 World Series. You look at that, when you get the comparison with the Tigers scouting department was saying, then you feel a little better about it, because as much as fans want to outrage about that he's not a quote-unquote big name, the scouts are out there all the time. They're on the road. They're constantly watching footage, and they know more than the average fan. And, they know more than I do. So if they're saying that he's compared to Josh Beckett, who was a pretty damn good starter, then I'm going to go with that. And again, like I said, we have Chris Fetter, you have Dan Hubbs, you have a system in place that seems to be working, then I'm going to trust, again, cliche city, trust the process.
Now, you said a couple of times so far, I kind of picked up on it that you've coming around to the pick. Any shock they didn't with the pitching direction? They didn't go with Jack Leiter out of Vanderbilt. He's a highly talked about guy that they were also linked to as well.
He was taken at 2, I think. We didn't have a
Was
shot
it?
at it. Yeah.
I
The
missed
other
that part.
Vanderbilt guy we could have had.
Yeah.
There was a lot of Kamara was coming down for whatever reason. I don't know why. I mean, I thought that was a little unfair because based off some of his starts at Vanderbilt. But even if Jack Leiter was there, if Jack Leiter was there and they didn't take him, then I would have kind of questioned a little bit. But I thought Texas did a really good job getting Leiter because that was he could have been number 1. So I think originally I wanted Marcel Meyer because I thought he's a left-handed bat. He's advanced for his high school age. Him and Brady House both were highly regarded high school shortstops. And this is a draft, by the way, that didn't really have a lot of college bats. If you listen to anything about the Baseball America, just looking at it, usually you see a couple college bats right off the top 10. And outside of the one I believe from Baltimore, who's a teammate of Ty Madden in high school, there wasn't really much of a big high school bat. There wasn't the Spencer Torkelson in the top 5 kind of thing. It was, you saw Patrick Davis, you saw the number 1 pick for Pittsburgh, but other than that, there was a lot of high school players going really early. And so I think the Tigers kind of started a trend if you think about it, because then the Royals pick and number 7 caught everybody off guard, and it just started a really interesting trend in the draft.
So Jackson Jobe, I mean, I know we're looking at him as just a pitcher, but he also was a pretty damn good field position player when he was obviously in high school, and a decent hitter. I mean, I guess when the Tigers went to go scout him, he hit 2 home runs during that scouting performance, and that really
under pressure
them.
too. That's amazing.
Yeah. So do you think we may have the next Ohtani on our hands, where we're going to have this kid pitching, and we're also going to have him play at shortstop? And watch this bat flip. If you haven't seen the bat flip, watch this shit. Boom! That's a bat flip for you.
That's authority. I want to say I would like the Tigers to do both, hopefully. But I mean, if you look at their history of this is kind of like a new thing, a new trend among players right now, having the two-way element.
I love it.
No, I love it too. And I mean, trust me, if it was something like Bo Jackson, or Deion Sanders, I know I'm dating myself here, but shit, that'd have been sweet too. But I think that for now, I think they've been so focused on his pitching that it'll be nice. I mean, don't get me wrong. If he comes out and he goes out and he starts raking right away, then they have to explore that possibility. But they're so happy with his polish and for his advanced age, and he's not been pitching that long, comparatively speaking to others you see in there. And yeah, and there's a lot of that kind of initial outrage about it. But honestly, you see that bat flip, how are you not going to get pumped? And let's again, look at the slider action. Look at the way for a high schooler, and we have some perfect game footage of him just polishing off dudes, guys who were top 10 or top 30, 40 picks, or going to be potentially picked. So, at first, it's what you don't know. It's the fear of the unknown. But I think as Tiger fans go on, and they'll calm down. I don't like the fact that people went after him on Twitter and were kind of bragging on him already. That's just bullshit, and that's just Bush League crap.
And he's a high school kid. You're really going to attack a high school kid at this point? The kid's 18 years old. And, you're always going to get that, and especially right now with how people are feeling about Avila and him still being a part of the organization. But how the hell are you going to talk trash to an 18-year-old that, honestly, how much film has anybody watched on this kid?
Yeah, and what you're seeing right now is exactly as much film as anybody's watched. Look at that curve right there. This just drops off the face of the fucking planet. How are you going to sit there and tell me?
Yeah, that spin rate is just crazy, and that slider, you're right, just falls off the table. So I'm happy with the draft pick, and to me, with draft picks, it's always okay. Now what? Let's wait and see,
right?
Because it's not like anybody just comes out of the gate like an all-star. So hopefully, this kid, maybe we get him in the rotation at the end of next season. We call him up for. Hopefully, we're in that position to where we're able to do that, or just maybe tears through all the AA, AAA ball, and we get him up here earlier than that. Either way, Let's just give him time. He's 18 years old. He throws 100 miles an hour almost, and he's got a wicked slider. Let's see what he's got.
Hey, Raj, I need you to walk us through footage from your pool doing this belly flop because
Oh, you got it?
it's just amazing. It is just great footage.
Well, this is the third time we've done it on the podcast where my co-host has a pool, and so one of the things that we did, I did this last year, but it was kind of improv. This year, I'm like, I'm going to plan it, and so when the Pittsburgh Pirates pick, because again, all these experts, what have you, were trying to predict it, all puns, even myself, and yeah, so I was worried about my hair because my hair's been this is the longest it's ever been, and yeah, I was like, you know what? I'll tell you this, my stomach and my lower region, my balls, they hurt.
Hey, that's a good flop. That's a good flop.
Wow. The slow-mo kills me. The slow-mo kills me.
Credit to Jake, my other podcast partner that helped me record that, but some guy on Twitter was like 2.4 out of 10. Get the fuck out of here.
Damn Russian judges.
No.
Man,
Get
that's
these
harsh.
French judges out of here.
The best part is you jump off a diving board and you still get you just look like you're falling forward. Like you got no air off the diving board. I loved it.
Hey, man, I don't have any jumping skills, so what can I say?
I know the feeling, man. Well, we just wanted to bring you on to talk Tigers, man. Appreciate everything you do in the social community and on Twitter. And once again, thanks for coming out to the UFC party. That's not why I wanted to have you on the show today. It was like, listen, Tigers got the number 3 overall pick. We got to bring our boy in and talk about it. And what do you want me to call you? Is Raj okay, or do you like Rogelio?
Rogelio or Raj is fine. Like I said, it's I just I'm just trying to take more sense of my name, and either or, it doesn't matter. I'm just glad that you guys gave me this opportunity to talk Tigers, and looking forward to today at 1:00. The second round starts at 1:00. So
awesome. We'll make sure you're following Rogelio on Twitter. All you got to do is go to our Twitter. We tagged him in this live stream right now, so make sure you go give him a follow and get all your Tigers updates. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, man. We appreciate it.
Have a good morning, guys. Thanks.
See you around.
Man, I'm excited for this draft pick. I don't know about you guys. Pitching is the way to go to me. Whenever we've had a good team, at least in 2008 and going forward with those guys, it was all on the strength of our pitching staff. And yes, we had good fielders, and yes, we had good hitters, but all of those were acquired by paying some money. They weren't acquired through the draft. We didn't get Miggy through the draft. We didn't get V-Mart through the draft. We didn't get Peralta through the draft. We didn't get none of those guys came to us through the draft. So spend your draft capital on pitchers, and that's why I don't know why everybody was so upset that we didn't go get a shortstop. If you say he's going to be the next Alan Trammell, okay, maybe, but you don't know that. Pay the money for the guy that's already going to be the next Alan Trammell and get your pitchers in the draft.
I love the way baseball works, and it's kind of like hockey, to where they get them at such a young age, and then they kind of follow them in their career, and then once they're ready, they bring them on up to the majors.
For the Tigers, you can never have enough depth at pitching, and this is a good pick for them. And if he turns out to be who all the scouts and experts are saying that he is, it's only going to be a plus. Just looking up some of the stuff for him, 9-0 last year. 2021 Oklahoma Player of the Year, 122 strikeouts and only walking 5 batters. I mean, that sounds pretty damn good to me.
Yeah, he pitched 52.5 innings and let up 1 run.
Yeah, that's
one.
Yeah, that ain't bad.
Just 1.
That ain't bad.
No, it's a pretty decent ERA, But granted, he was going up against high school kids.
Right.
So it's a whole different level once you get up there against professional men who have been doing it for a living. But we got an 18-year-old that can throw almost 100 miles an hour with a great slider. So I'm not going to turn my nose up at that. People, you can judge Al Avila on his drafting history, but I think this one's going to be a good one.
Hey, I'm following the lead of the Tigers fans.
Let's give a shout out to our people at Levels. Make sure you go follow them at Enjoy Levels and go to enjoylevels.com. They got their grand opening happening at the end of this month. It's going to be awesome. Free food trucks are going to be out there, which is awesome in itself. We're going to be out there doing our live broadcast. Plus, they have tons of great product for you to sample and try. So go on out there and check them out. It's going to be Levels in Centerline, opening later on this month with Woodward Sports.
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for waking up with us and being a part of the show. Love talking to Rogelio there. That guy just loves his baseball, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I like baseball. He loves baseball. He lives baseball.
See, that's the thing about it. It's like when you're just a leisure fan and you like baseball, you can watch them when you choose to.
Yep.
For Raj, he got to watch them all the time when we're horrible, when we're good, and just really scouting the entire draft, saying he's looking forward to draft night, draft number 2 today with the second round. And it's amazing.
That's just it right there. You're not a casual fan if you're going to go ahead and watch the second round of any draft.
Of any draft.
So props to him.
Let alone baseball, man. Baseball drafts, like, it's so crazy, you know, because, like, the NBA draft is going to happen, and it's going to be a party.
Oh,
the
yeah.
NFL draft is just a free-for-all. MLB draft comes along, and it's like, oh, my God, the draft's tonight?
Yep. You just wait for the pick.
Right.
You
that's
just
it.
wait for the pick.
Even if you have the number 1 overall pick, because, like you said, in baseball, they got to go through all these levels. We may not see this kid for 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's tough to get jacked for it like
Yeah.
you do with football. Like, what's DeAndre Swift going to do this season? It's like, all right, well, next season we may not even see this kid play ball.
We'll see him in 6 years, though.
Right. He's got to be great in 6 years. And they'll only be 24. Like, that's
crazy.
That's the crazy part about it. NBA Finals game last night, and it was not much of a game. I mean, the Suns were getting blown out pretty much the majority of the game, and then they got it down to 4 points, and then all hell broke loose, and the Bucks went on a 16-0 run and never gave that lead back. Devin Booker got taken off the court like middle of the third quarter and never went back in the ball game. I didn't know if that was injury related or it was because he was shooting like 3 for 13 at the time. That causes some concerns for the Suns. But let's give all credit where credit's due. The Bucks played their ass off last night.
Hey, look, I knew something was up to start the game when I looked on Twitter and I saw that Giannis walked into the arena with black forces on. Now, if you don't know what in the black community, we know what black forces mean. It's kind of one of those things that you don't got to say. It's something that is understood. But for those who don't know, I'll go to the Urban Dictionary for you and break down what black forces mean. So if you wear black forces, it's basically a war crime. Wearing black forces is somebody who doesn't fear anything or anybody. Or here's another definition of it. Somebody who doesn't care about life and is ruthless and reckless. That was Giannis last night. I mean, what more can you say?
Ain't got no taste because black Air Forces are not sweet.
Well, they're not sweet. They're not supposed to be sweet. When you're wearing black forces, you're on a mission. You're basically about to shank somebody, and that's basically what he did. He shanked the Suns on the court.
Do you think Giannis knows that culture aspect of America?
He's
from
barely speaks the language. Damn
He's
it.
been around long enough to know what black forces meant. He knows what he knows what he was doing. I mean, what more can you say about him? 41 points. 13 rebounds, 6 dimes, and it was kind of a different kind of Giannis game. Normally when he gets his 30-plus games, he just gets it in his sleep. You know, sometimes you can kind of miss that his footprint was on the game. His footprint was all over the game, and I liked how he started the game because he was more of a facilitator,
right,
getting everybody else going, and then just after he got everybody else going, he just started imposing his will. I love that he just imposed his will in the post. Got everything that he wanted near the rim. That's how you got to use Giannis. When he does not have that shooter's touch. But around that rim, nobody messes with him. And a big thing that I like from him, 13 from 17 from the free throw line.
That's what I was going to point to.
Like, if he shot 76%, Giannis is shooting 76% from the free throw line. It's going to be a long night.
It's the fact of getting those shots, though. When you look at the way the Bucks played this game, and especially Giannis, he played hard. He played like the bigger man that he is out on that court and realizing that the Bucks are just bigger than the Suns as a team. But with that being said, I don't want to get my hopes up. I don't want to get any Bucks fans' hopes up because this has happened before. You see the Bucks come out, play well, play great basketball. Shout out to Coach on the way that he really got it in his team to come out there with that fire. But We've seen this before. We'll see it in Game 4 if they come out shooting threes again or if they come out playing the ball that we saw yesterday.
Well, and let's face it, this was the game they had to win.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Elimination game, for real.
It literally was an elimination game for them. And if they didn't come out and show the series is already over, now they got to prove it again in Game 4, and then we'll have a real series on our hands. But it always goes back to that saying, a playoff series never really starts till a home team loses.
And so far, the home teams are serving court.
Right.
And I think it's gonna go ahead and go in that direction. But if the Suns need a chance to win this game, Devin Booker cannot go 3 for 14 for 10 points. Unacceptable. This series so far, he's shooting 33% from beyond the arc and 38% from the field. They can win games with their other parts, but they can only do so much. And one thing that I did not like from the Suns was they went away from their Mr. Reliable yesterday, and that was DeAndre Ayton. He started the game nice, 6 for 12 points and 3 boards, but he finished 8 for 11 with 18 points. I mean, I felt that when they needed a bucket early on, they were able to go to him, but for some reason they went away from him as far as the game plan went along. I don't know whether they decided to change their matchups or their strategy, but for some reason they went away from him, and I wasn't really a fan of that.
They were getting a lot of calls last night, too. I mean, that was one of the Monty Williams comments. Like, listen, we shot 16 free throws. They had one guy who shot 17. But they were the more physical team, and that's what happens when you don't settle for three-pointers and you take the ball to the damn hoop.
And you
get calls.
And somebody who finally got a call, somebody who finally got to the free throw line, Chris Middleton. That was like through 9 quarters of basketball in the NBA Finals. He did not get to the free throw line once. Yesterday in the second quarter was his first time getting to the free throw line. But to your point about the calls, I kind of felt this was coming. You know why? Because Scott Foster was refereeing the game. And before last night, any playoff game that Chris Paul was in, he is 0 for 11 when Scott Foster is the referee. Last night, went to 0 and 12.
There was one win in there, but it was the game that Chris Paul didn't even play in.
That was what I'm saying. Like, he didn't play. So
is this irony?
A couple of times, okay, that's funny. 12.
Right.
It's something. You know what? I ain't going to say the league needs to investigate or nothing like that. It's just like, damn, that's a hell of a coincidence 12 times.
Did you see even the line changed a little bit?
When they announced Scott Foster as a referee?
They announced the officiating crew, and it changed.
I put in our group chat, when my brother texted me, said, hey, Scott Foster's reffing tonight. I went to the chat, hey, Scott Foster's reffing, Bucks by 15.
Well, the one good thing that did happen for the Suns last night is Cam Johnson absolutely caught a body on P.J. Tucker. Like, this is one of the greatest dunks I've seen in a long, long time. The authority on this was crazy.
He went straight Tom Chambers on him.
He was just outside the circle too.
Oh, man, in that moment, they needed that, and this was part of the spark that got the Suns back into the game by 4. But my God, look at this elevation, nuts on his face, and just dunking it.
Yeah, you can't. As a grown-ass man, you got to get better than that.
Dude, P.J. Tucker, all respect to you for trying to take that charge, but if I'm Cam Johnson, I know we lost the game, but I am making that an NFT, and I'm never selling it.
Right.
Hey, that's real, but you know what? I know P.J. Tucker is happy they got that W because I'll take that post instead of being down 3-0.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so.
And I know the fans in Milwaukee were pretty excited last night. 25,000 of them outside of the arena. And this is what it looked like. Look at that. Isn't that crazy?
It's been so long.
Look at
That's
that.
what I love about it.
It's a festival.
Oh, that ain't shit. If this were to be in Detroit, come on.
Dude.
You know what? I think that we would have to really be like super winning. Like, in the finals, it might be like that. I don't know. This Detroit 2.0, a little bougie for me.
I just cannot imagine that. 25,000 people out. Like, imagine you're a ticket holder. You go in the arena, you sit down, and then you walk out to that.
Imagine getting home. Like, there's no leaving the game early to make sure you get home out of that parking structure on time.
Yo, that looked like Ann Arbor Pioneer on a Saturday. For real.
The golf course.
During Michigan game, that looked like Ann Arbor Pioneer.
Well, one of the questions that the announcers were asking each other during the game, would you rather watch the game indoors, in the arena, or outside the arena with all those people? What would you rather do?
I like outside.
You'd be outside?
Yeah, I'm not one of those that ever really care to go to games to begin with. I like to be around the energy and around the people. And yes, you're going to get a good environment and energy inside of the arena, but that right there, it doesn't get better.
Oh, I definitely got to be inside the building. I'm a sports head. I want to be able to feel the electricity in the building, seeing those shots go down. Now, if I cannot get inside the building, I would definitely love to be there instead of going to a bar and watching the game outside with all those fans. But I got to be inside.
Yeah, I go back and forth, honestly. Like, I love to be a part of the party, but I also love to witness history.
Yeah.
But even if you're outside, you're witnessing history, so I go back and forth with it.
And you're dealing with a production inside of the stadium. It's a production. At
Right.
the end of the day, you're still following the production rules. Out there, it is a free-for-all. You do what you want. It's just the real chance. You don't hear any sound effects or any of that stuff.
Now, do you think this is better than Toronto?
It's
Without
up,
Drake?
It's up there. I probably, I'm going to say yeah, because I don't believe Toronto had 25,000 outside. I'm pretty sure they had a few thousand, but 25,000. You're pretty
crazy.
much rivaling the inside capacity of the arena. That's something different.
Yeah, well, the people outside were partying, but here's the thing: people inside the arena party too, like David Bakhtiari, the lineman for the Green Bay Packers. He is known for chugging a beer, and he gets called out by a dude, and they're both out there just chugging beers against each other. I love this. He's
Is
like,
that
"All
the
right."
guy? Is that the guy who embarrassed Aaron Rodgers when they
Yes.
were doing the beer chugging?
Yep.
Okay.
So this is not unfamiliar territory, but look at this. 2 gulps, this dude just pounds that huge beer. That's a big man.
He just did that like it was nothing.
He's about to look like the Undertaker in about 20 years.
Oh, there he is, round 2. But that's the thing. Outside the arena's fun. Inside the arena, this is the shit you're seeing too. So I'm going to go with inside. I want to be inside the arena. And then this guy, come on,
this?
buddy.
Who's this?
Drink your
Whose
beer,
dad is
Alex.
that?
Come on, corporate man.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. You can't have a freaking shirt and tie and then throw a jersey over that.
But my favorite part about all of this is the mini fan chugging apple juice afterwards. Look
Like
at this
literally
kid.
like a tiny person?
Look
Let's
at
see
this kid.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it didn't download? No, we got to find that video.
Is it a little person?
No, it's a kid. It's a
Oh,
child. And
What did he chug? A juice box?
he literally has a little cup and he slams it down. The kid's
Wow.
maybe 8 years old, and then he like smashes the cup and throws
Stop
it on the
it.
ground. It's one of the best videos I've ever seen. Alex is working on it right now. But yeah, that's the type of stuff that inside the arena, and if I was ever a dad of a small boy and he made it up on the Jumbotron and he's pounding his orange juice and slams it on the ground, I'd just be so happy. I'd just be so happy. That's
Probably just watching that moment by yourself over and over.
Yeah, no, it'd definitely be a highlight reel. I mean, this compared to the sun. There he is. Look at him. Ah! Let's go!
You know, Dad is a party animal for sure.
Can you play that one more time, Alex? Like, look at the beginning when he's pounding it. That's the best part.
Stop it.
David Bakhtiari, this is all your fault.
What a legend.
He's following your lead.
Oh man, that kid is about to definitely be slamming some Foster's beer in about a couple of years.
I just imagine like the dad's like, yeah, hon, I'm going to take the kids to the ball game tonight. And then that shows up on the screen while the mom's watching TV like, what are you doing with our son?
Honestly, that's a proud mom and dad moment. I don't care who you are.
Right. That kid's a legend in his own right. I can't wait to party with that kid when he gets older. Like, that's going to be one of my life goals is to find that kid in 13 years when he's 21.
Oh my God.
The corporate guy almost drooled on himself. Yeah, that button-up gave it away. Like, anytime you got a button-up with a jersey over it, it's like, I just bought this jersey.
Anytime. I've legit never seen that before.
Oh my God. He just looked like he was trying to just be too proper with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of proper, oh no, where's our bottle? It's over there. Hopefully you had a proper weekend with some great libations. And when I'm talking about that, I am talking 8 Mile Vodka. It is the place that you need to go and drink, and it's awesome. And we had some cocktails at the party this weekend, and it was great. I mixed it with a little lemonade, a little iced tea, a little hard Arnie Palmy, and next thing you know, we were having a good time. So make sure you pick it up. All Meyer stores, you can go get it or ask for it at your local bar. Ask for it by name. 8 Mile.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10 and a half months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
a graduate
of Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Good morning, everyone.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Let's get into Joey's news.
Let's go.
I would like to start by welcoming officially Jared Goff, our new quarterback, to Detroit. And with that comes his beautiful girlfriend, Kristen Harper, who joined Sports Illustrated swimsuit in Miami this weekend for her first ever Swim Week show.
You can just leave that up the rest of the show, Alex. Thank you.
You know what?
Split screen. Put her on the left, put us on the right.
Yeah, just leave that in the corner if you can the rest of the show.
You know what? I'm not.
Leave it up. What are you doing?
I'm not going to say that Jared Goff is going to be a better quarterback here than Matthew Stafford, but he has a.
Don't do it.
Yeah, I think you know. I think I'm saying it without saying it.
I mean, we give it up. The slow clap. Slow clap.
Listen, I'm not knocking Kelly at all.
No, hell no.
Because
This
Kelly
isn't a
a baddie
competition.
too.
Yeah.
It's not a competition.
Not a competition.
But it's just a welcome. We got to welcome
Oh, it ain't
her
a competition
to Detroit.
God damn, Corey.
Corey said it. Corey's.
No, man. Can we see that picture one more time, though, Alex? I want to make sure that we got a good look to make sure. Yeah, she is a good-looking girl.
I mean, just like look at the appreciation for those pillows in the background. I don't know where they got those
Is
from.
that Bed Bath & Beyond?
That's what I'm saying. Like
in that picture frame. That's an amazing picture
I
frame.
think they got
So
that
I'm
from Pier
actually-
1 Airports before it went out of business.
Is that wallpaper? Is that taupe? Is it taupe, that color in the wallpaper? Is
I don't
that what
know.
it's considered?
In case the fiance's watching right now, you know we're looking into this home.
Right.
I want that wallpaper.
Well, I was talking to your fiance, and she said you guys are registering for the wedding, so I know you're looking at pillow sets.
Yeah, put that back up real quick. Actually, I want a better look at that.
Yeah, those pillows were super. Can you zoom in on the pillows?
Yeah.
The two big pillows that were right behind. Anyways, congratulations to Jared Goff. Whether the Lions win or lose, you are winning, sir.
Yes. Good job, man. Good job. We move on.
Oh, those are nice pillows.
Yeah.
Those are great pillows.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, a little bit more on the pillows.
See the body pillow in the back. I love having a body pillow.
Is that one pillow or is that two?
I think that's two pillows.
It's two?
They look so comfortable.
Yeah, okay.
Like you could just nestle up in them.
Oh, yeah, I would lay on that pillow.
Yeah. Joey, you should definitely register for those when
Yeah.
you're doing your wedding registry.
Hey, babe, if you're watching, that's on my list.
Yeah. I'm glad she posted that picture. We would have never known about those pillows.
Seriously, that's Instagram influencer at its finest right there. I didn't see the swipe up link, though. Oh. I wish that was there.
I swiped left real hard.
And Fish, I miss you so much. Fish out of town. So I got to do some Olympic talk without Fish. I'm going to do some cricket talk without Fish. I'm going to do some tennis talk without Fish. And the Euro soccer talk without Fish today. And USA losing to Nigeria by 3 in the men's national team exhibition. Nigeria, the first African team in history to defeat USA. It's crazy.
What?
Look at that block.
I'm surprised, but not surprised. I don't want to give away too much of it, but they got caught slipping. It happens. Not often, but it happens.
I'd rather they catch slipping now instead of the medal rounds.
Exactly,
So, this is one of those things you roll in thinking you're a badass, you get punched in the face, you're like, I better start taking this serious.
Yeah. And since they formed, since the Dream Team, that's only their third loss in the exhibition game. So, whatever.
When the last time they lost, though, didn't they get bronze?
No, but they lost the exhibition game in 2019 to Australia. But then, before that, yeah.
Jeff, you look like you're ready to talk. You got something to say on this, or you just stay ready?
I'm just staying ready. I'm in the fish tank. I'm staying ready.
You still talking about the pillows, huh?
Oh, hey, if you want to get those back,
pillows, Jeff?
they were two very comfortable pillows.
Yeah,
I can confirm.
And great wallpaper.
And with this picture right here, legendary, you see Coach Casey, Troy Weaver with their Olympic squads, Jeremy Grant, Isaiah Stewart,
That's
Sadiq
awesome.
Bey, like that right there in Vegas. Just beautiful picture right there.
That's awesome, man.
I mean, it's cool to see that there's that much Detroit representation for the entire world right now.
Love it.
And
USA. USA.
And Jake Rogers with the grand slam in the top of the 9th for the Tigers. Got us the lead, but the Minnesota Twins tied up the game in the bottom of the 9th. Took it away in the 10th inning, but this is still a beautiful hit right here.
Couple of walks for Rogers and a run scored. Smokes one to center. Back goes Kepler. That ball is gone! A grand slam! And the Tigers have the lead!
I gotta say, there's so much disappointment in that game. You don't hit a grand slam in the 9th to go ahead, and then you slip in the 10th inning like that.
And then the next two batters also got struck out looking. Like,
yes, but still on the defensive side at the bottom of the 9th, you got that one run lead. You gotta close that game.
I mean, that's always been our Achilles heel is our bullpen. That's just, it's been that way since the early 2000s, and we just got to solve that issue, man. Just solve it.
And with the 3rd pick in the 2021 MLB draft, the Detroit Tigers selected right-hand pitcher Jackson Jobe from Heritage Hall High School in Oklahoma. So we got to officially welcome him to Detroit. We'll see him in probably like 15 years.
Yeah, I followed him on Twitter, and he's only got like 2,000 followers on Twitter.
Isn't that crazy? Like, that's one thing I love seeing, like, in the social media world that we're in, seeing these athletes blowing up from such a young age. Imani Bates was one of those that I got at a really, really early time in his career.
Alex, can we see his bat flip again? Because as much as I appreciate his 99-mile-an-hour fastball and his slider that falls off the table, this bat flip is next level. I absolutely love this. Watch this.
Just baller status.
We drafted this guy to be a pitcher, by the way. Damn near throws it out of the arena.
I'm pretty sure he said mother effer when he threw that bat. I mean, that's the only way you can do it. That's the only way you can do that kind of flip.
He crushed that ball. It looked like Joik playing softball with us.
And how about the Diamondbacks getting their ass beat 22-1? This home run sealed the deal for the game.
Just pulverizes one.
I don't know, Joey. When you say that home run sealed the deal, they were down 20-1. I think their game was already sealed well before then.
That was the seal the deal hit right there. Without that hit, I don't know if they would have pulled it off. But the real W in this game goes to the Diamondbacks Twitter. That is honestly amazing.
That is how whoever posted that, they deserve a raise, because that is how you make fun of a very tough moment.
It's just when you give up, like, all right, y'all know how to find a score. Just Google it.
You're getting a lot of retweets either way. If you put 22-1, or if you put that, you're still getting, at least make some fun of the situation.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And Italy winning its first major trophy since the 2006 World Cup. This game was so fun. I was watching it in its entirety. Winning the Euro 2020 in penalty kick 3-2. Congratulations to them. Can't show any footage from them, unfortunately, so all we get is pictures.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Go soccer.
And Dojkovic wins. I say it's not Dojkovic.
Which one?
Novak.
Yeah, Djokovic.
Yep. Djokovic wins the Wimbledon, and what is awesome about this is now got 20 Grand Slam titles, which is tied with the other greats, Roger Federer and Nadal. So all three of them with 20.
It's crazy how those three have just been in a constant rotation like the last 20 years. That's what I feel like. And they're not going anywhere either. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
We need a great American tennis player.
Who was the last great one?
Oh, Andre Agassi?
That's what I was
Pete
thinking.
Sampras?
Wow, that was a while ago, too.
Honestly, that's all I can think of. I'm not the biggest tennis head in the world, but yeah, when I think of American great tennis players, it's, outside of Serena and Venus Williams.
Yeah.
It's looking kind of ugly.
Yeah, let's go, tennis players. Step the game up.
And Fish, I wish he was here to share this moment with me, but we got to get into some cricket talk.
Oh.
India versus England's women cricket match. Look at this catch right here. No clue how the game works, but look at this right here. Jumps out, saves it, throws him back to herself.
That's awesome.
Unbelievable play right there.
I have no idea how cricket works, but if everybody's jumping up and celebrating like that, I'm pretty sure it's something good.
Yeah, it looked like a good play.
Hey, Fish, Jeff over there, you got to give us a breakdown on that play. What did you think?
Yeah, what happened?
It was a very athletic catch, all right? And that's all the Fish analysts I got for you. I don't really understand cricket, but I didn't even know they had to catch it with their bare hands. That's like a thing.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm like, hey, man, where's the gloves at? That's my question.
And she was inbound, but I think like you got to catch the ball entirely inbound. That's why she had to throw the ball back into play.
Either way, pretty impressive.
Yeah, impressive either way.
Yep.
Beautiful catch right there. We go off to Paige, our intern from Central Michigan University, to add some stories to this news segment. What do we got, Paige?
I have two things, actually. I will start with one here. So this past Saturday at Oracle Park, Dr. Willie Ross noticed a woman choking a couple sections away because it was a different fan for a different team. And he went over to check on her because she was struggling, couldn't talk, and she was choking on something. Can you guys guess what she was choking on?
Oh, that's a great setup right there.
Pillows.
That's all your mind is thinking about right now.
No, they were at a baseball game. I'm going to assume like popcorn or something.
Hot dog.
Pretzel.
It was 3 pieces of hot dog.
Three pieces of hot dog?
3 pieces, like she kept biting them, and she had 3 chunks that he had to lodge out of her throat.
Oh, so she got no good swallow game.
Oh, Jesus, Joey.
All right, we're just going to move on here.
Paige, I apologize for the show this morning, and I just want to let you know.
You know, I do it to myself sometimes because I choose these stories knowing who's going to be listening to them. So that's my bad.
But wasn't he the dad of a player of the...
Yep, so he's the dad of his son here, Joe Ross, pitcher. He has 2 sons who play. There's another pitcher, not the same team, but he has 2 baseball players in his family. But going on to my second thing here, saw this on Twitter this morning that Tristan Thomas and Lamar Odom are beefing right now.
Oh, yeah, on Chloe's Instagram, right?
Yep. So Lamar Odom commented like heart eyes, hearts on Khloe Kardashian's bathing suit post. And basically, Lamar Odom just signed for a celebrity fight. And people are like, now that you guys are beefing, like Tristan Thomas, like fight him.
Thompson.
Sorry.
Yep.
So yeah, they're kind of beefing right now. I don't know if this is all a ploy. It'd be a good ploy to then see fans being like, "Come on, let's do it," and then it was all like a setup.
I mean, Lamar Odom just beat the hell out of what is that? Nick Carter's little brother.
Yeah, Aaron Carter.
There you go.
Yeah, Aaron.
Yeah,
I don't think
Tristan would fuck him.
Yeah,
up.
that's what I'm saying. You can say what you want about Tristan Thompson as a player. That's a pretty big guy. And as he said, I think he said something back to Lamar Odom, like, God brought you back the first time, the second time I may not be so lucky.
Yeah. That was my second little thing. That's it for me. So those were 2 pretty funny things.
Well, thank you, Paige. When are you going back up to Central?
I don't really know yet. We're all kind of, I start work up at school like 3rd week of August. So
okay.
Whenever.
So we got you like 3 more weeks.
Yeah.
Or 4 more weeks here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much a month.
Nice. Well, thank you very much for your update. And now it's time for What's Trending with Jeff, a.k.a. Fish.
From the fish tank, we're doing What's Trending with Jeff. And to get started, we have, I've never seen Quavo. I've seen Quavo do a lot of sports. He's very multi-talented in a lot of things. I've never seen him pitch. But he apparently can strike people out underhand. He struck out DK Metcalf. Check this out. We got a video of it. It was online circling. I don't know if it was recently, but DK is in incredibly good shape. So you'd think he'd be good at like multiple sports. But his bat, look at this. He got struck out throwing an underhand pitch from Quavo. So it must have been like a celebrity pitch or something like that. But hey, I'm not trying to brag. I think I can hit Quavo's pitch right there.
Are they playing softball?
It looks like softball too. They look like like we can replay it, Alex, again. I just want to see how the underhand. Like it's hilarious the way he throws his underhand. It's the most limp throw. Like look at he barely just. And it still strikes out. No, it's the most funniest thing. I mean, look at DK Metcalf. The guy looks like he can do everything, literally everything. But
we were talking about that over the weekend, like golfers, like people that transition into golf. Football players are traditionally not good golfers, and apparently football players aren't really good baseball players either, because nothing to do with their skill set is really like that sort of hand-eye coordination. It's all, catching obviously is hand-eye coordination, but hockey players are really good at golf. Baseball players are really good at golf because what do? They hit a small object with a big stick.
Yeah, he's jumping into a different playing field right there for DK. I don't know how fast that ain't no 90-mile-per-hour ball. That's like a 25, but you know what? It's whatever. But the next video.
Before we move on to that, do you guys ever remember MTV's Rock and Jock games?
Oh, yeah, that was a great.
No, what year was that?
I don't know when they ended, man. It had to end like late 90s.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they ended, not trying to be flame, I'm pretty sure they ended before you were born.
No, you're right. 2000, so yeah, that was before me.
Hold on, I want to find that out because that's exactly what it was. It was like all the celebrities of the time, like Aaliyah would be out there playing, TLC, The Brat. I always remember being at every single one of them.
They had badass basketball jerseys. That's the only thing I remember.
Basketball jerseys, they had like a 5-point shot on the court when they were playing basketball, but they'd also do softball like that. Like, that's something we should get going.
Yeah, I was going to say, why is that still a thing? It's like celebrity sporting events, basically. Like, that'd be entertaining to watch.
Mixed with some athletes, too. So you'd have, like, your star athletes out there with your stars from MTV. And it was fun. Like, I remember being a kid watching them all the time and really wanting to play in them. We should get, like, a Detroit version Rock and Jock going.
That'd be fun.
I always thought it was the funniest thing when Kevin Hart goes in the celebrity game and wins MVP every year. In that basketball game, he's bragging about it every year. Like, that's the stuff I like watching. Celebrities do things like that. Play sports, watch them go at it. But, yeah, the second video, it's Team USA. They're playing, obviously, and the coaches make the players run. We know this. But what about the coaches running? All right, check this out. Coach Pop is doing sprints up the court, and he looks like he does not look 70. He doesn't look 72 to me right there.
Santa's getting in shape.
No,
baby.
He's moving. He's hauling. And
he didn't touch the line. He didn't touch the line, Coach.
Hey, the coach will call you out if you didn't touch the line, so I think it's fair.
Dude, that is the worst drill. Like, I hate freaking suicides and all those. Nothing worse than running.
I respect that coaching that, like, they'll make you run, but, like, Pop will get out there and run. Like, 72 years old, he's not afraid to run and do sprints. So that just shows his character, man. He's still 72, he's still coaching, he's still having fun. It's that's funny to watch. And actually, my third video, Joey, was I was going to honor Fish and show the cricket catch that you played. But because you know what? I feel like Fish, we're just throwing in all these other sports that we don't really know of. But you showed it. I'm glad we covered it because I'm going to recap it right now and just say this. I still don't understand why she's catching it with her hand. I just don't understand that. Someone has to explain to me. But
it's a real sport. That's what Fish would say.
Yeah, that's probably what he would say. But yeah, that's what's trending with Jeff today.
Thank you, Jeff, and good work in the audio booth today. How is it from that angle? You having fun in there?
The fish tank, it's fun in here. It gets a little hot, but the chair, Fish, you got to invest in the chair. It's probably the best thing you'll ever do.
Fish didn't even want to stand on that rubber mat I got him in there because I was like, dude, you're standing on hard concrete for 9 hours a day. Like, can you at least let us help you out? I'm fine.
Fish's mental toughness is just a little different. He's built different.
He is built. He's built different that way. Yeah, he's stubborn as hell, too.
You know who else is built different? All the students in Northwestern Tech, because when you go to Northwestern Tech, this 10.5-month hands-on HVAC program is life-changing. It's not one of those universities that you got to go to for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9+ years. It's just in and out. You go there, you get their great education, and then you get started on your career. That's the way it should be. The HVAC school that works. Visit northwesterntech.edu.
Did we really? Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
Good morning to you.
And good morning. Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. And it's just before 9 a.m., so we can do it. Let's get somebody qualified for our Kick for Crypto. $25,000 in crypto could be yours. All you got to do is punt a football or kick it off the ground into the back of our Zot Jeep, and that contest is going on July 23rd. So make sure that you get into the contest. Make sure you keep watching all day long for multiple chances for you to win. But if you want to get qualified this morning, all we want you to do is, no matter what platform you're watching, leave a comment and just say crypto. CRYPTO. Just type in crypto and we will select one person to be a qualifier for you to come out on July 23rd to see if you can kick a football into the back of our truck for a chance at $25,000. And I was thinking about that over the weekend, man. $25,000. Like, if you just got handed that to you today, what would you do with that money?
Going to buy pillows. Right away, pillows and wallpaper.
I'm investing probably about half of it, putting away a little bit of another portion, and then just going on a quick trip.
Quick trip?
Yeah.
Corey, you know damn well Corey's spending 25 G's on camera equipment right away.
I think Corey's going to get a new car. That's what I thought Corey was going to say.
No, I'm good.
Corey's having a rough go with his car right now.
Yeah,
so you got your car fixed, and as soon as you got out, somebody hit you?
She rear-ended me, and the thing is, as soon as I stopped at the red light, and then I seen her coming. I'm like, she's gonna hit me because I seen her not looking. I'm like, up, let me brace for it, and then she looked up at the last minute and just hit the back corner. No damage, just got to get some buff and paint job.
So none of this is Corey being a bad driver, correct?
Nope. This is my second accident in a month that I'm not at fault.
Literally.
Yeah.
Damn, that sucks.
Both in Illinois.
Stay away.
So if you want to be a part of this 25K kick for crypto, make sure you comment crypto right now on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch, and Jeff will be picking out. So just type out the word crypto. I already see a couple people in there. So make sure you get in right now. Type in crypto. We had a fun weekend here at Woodward Sports. I feel like it was busy. Not only did we do our Woodward Adventure Show yesterday, Joey, recapping our trip to Petoskey. So if you haven't seen the rest of our trip to Petoskey, when we went around, went to beaches, went to bars and all that, it's up now on our Facebook and YouTube page as well.
By the way, I want to do this quick little shout out for that. Look at this comment that we got on Instagram from none other than Mark Wahlberg himself.
Whoa.
Saw the video and commented because we got to thank Road Adventures by Mark Wahlberg. They reposted our video, and you see Mark Wahlberg showing the love. That was dope. He's one of my favorites.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Mark Wahlberg _RV. I gotta go follow that page right now.
Yeah, that's the Road Adventures.
Did they replay our whole video or just that part?
Just that clip.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but they shared it on their social media and everything. So
that's awesome, man.
Awesome highlight to the weekend right there. But that was the second coolest part of this weekend. Let's be honest.
The coolest part was watching grown-ass men fight on a screen that was the size of a basketball court at Imagine. Imagine in Royal Oak is where we did our UFC 264 watch party. It damn near sold out, and it was so cool. Everybody sitting in their big heated recliners just watching this fight, and the crowd was amazing. Art had to be up in this like little VIP section because we had to have the sound off, so they had to put Art up there so he could do his live watch party. And Art is joining us today. Hello, Art. Doing well. How are you? How are you feeling after this weekend?
Trying to recover. My voice is still a little shot from screaming. And, yeah, I mean, 4 out of the 5 fights ended in a knockout. So, yeah, it was a pretty successful night.
Yeah. You going to get checked by DMAC now? That's the rumor on the street?
Oh, yeah. What was the bet? What was the bet on this?
Well, I'm not even joking. Like, you guys just brought it up again, and I'm trying to forget it as much as possible. I'm screwed. Yeah, so I made a bet with DMAC that said if Conor McGregor got knocked out or lost or just basically lost the fight, I would allow Darren McCarty to check me into the boards, and not the boards like here, not the boards out in the streets, but at his hometown on the ice. So, yeah, I've got to set that up with him. It was a fun weekend. It was a great weekend, but if you watch the highlight, it's just me saying the F word over and over again, which I apologize to those that might be offended.
Yeah, I was offended by that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I need some pillows. That would make me feel better. I'm going to need a lot of pillows. So
a lot of pillows.
Yeah, a lot of nice comfy pillows.
Overall, though, man, that event was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. It was cool because we do it in the studio here, and it's always limited audience because we're working. So to be able to do it at Imagine, and shout out to the crew there. I mean, Anthony and everybody there was so gracious, and the hospitality there was great. If I needed anything or if the team needed anything, so yeah, it was an awesome event. It was great to see fight fans get excited, yeah. So, the results of the fight, maybe not what I wanted necessarily, but, it happens. It was humbling for Conor McGregor, to say the least. I mean, an injury like that, he posted a video a couple hours ago saying like, yeah, I'll be back at it in 6 weeks, and it's like, no, you won't, bud.
you ain't.
Like Broadwell, who works here, had a similar injury.
Oh, that's what he had? Something like
It's
that?
very similar, and he showed me the plates and the screws. The other thing is too is moving forward when you fight, it's similar to Anderson Silva. You're never the same. Like you have plates and screws in that leg.
He already
now.
wasn't the same though.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
it was.
I gotta disagree with you, Art.
Oh,
he might be ready in 6 weeks. I mean, it is SummerSlam, so he might be ready for that WWE career.
I didn't know we were talking about cupcakes and lollipops here. Yeah, he's
saying,
screwed, man. I mean,
hey, that's where he need to go right now.
Listen, I don't think he's ever going to be the same.
Look at that ankle, man.
Yeah, yeah. It's a terrible injury to recover from because at that
Who approved showing that photo?
yeah. It's an absolutely
How did the
terrible.
bone not break skin on that?
I
That's my only
posted
question.
it on Twitter, and it's crazy. It went viral. Like 200,000 people looked at the clip of it, not even rolling. Like it was a break, and then people were confused and thought that his ankle broke, but it's the tibia right here, and it actually touched the ground. So if you look at your foot, it's not the ankle that rolled; it's his tibia that broke off of his other bone and hit the ground.
So do you think he broke that on a checked leg kick? Because that's what they said. He got pissed off when
Yeah,
they said,
so
no, it's not the checked leg kick.
John Kavanaugh came out with a statement, and that's like his head coach for SBG, and said that there was an injury sustained during camp. They scanned it, and everything was fine. The problem is that bones are so easy to break, especially when you're connecting it with another bone or another, another human part of your body. So, props to Dustin Poirier. Like, in all honesty, they don't need a fourth fight. Like, you watch the first round of that fight, he was getting dominated. He had some great elbows from the bottom. I'm a huge Conor McGregor fan. I mean, he's the reason why I missed my parlay. I was 4 for 5. Like, it sucks.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, I was 4 for 5.
I posted this that night. I said, well, actually, I posted it the next morning. I said, Conor breaking his leg was God's grace, because before that, Dustin Poirier was beating any misunderstanding they had out of him.
Oh,
it was looking bad.
Well, and the thing is people are upset about the trash talk. And let's be honest, like, this isn't baseball. This isn't football. This is fighting, to where you're literally going in and you're beating the shit out of each other. So, like, to me, women and children not being allowed to be mentioned in trash talk, fuck that. Like, you're going in to kill that person.
Right, you have one job to do, man.
Right. So when you look at that fight, but there is no reason for a fourth fight. I love Conor. He has brought so many faces and so many eyes on a sport that was already successful, but really blew it up 10 times what Ronda Rousey did. It's just like, come on, man, you've got to humble yourself, and that definitely did it for him. Probably not, though.
Hey, Art, I got a question. So if Dustin Poirier, he's obviously going to fight for the title. If he beats Oliveira, should McGregor, if he comes back healthy, is he getting a title fight, or should he fight someone to fight Poirier?
There's a big difference between should and what will happen. Should he get it? Absolutely not. He should fight someone like Justin Gaethje, Michael Chandler, someone who's still in the top 5. I would even think a fight with Tony Ferguson would be fun. But those are fights that he's not going to take. He's such a big draw that this is where, like, the world of entertainment comes in, as opposed to the world of ranking systems and how it should be. What will most likely happen? I mean, it all depends on the recovery, man. People think that this is just like a sprained ankle and he's going to get back in there in 6 weeks. That is a possibly career-ending injury. You're not rolling your ankle. You're not breaking an arm. You literally dislocated by breakage your bone in your tibia.
So you think he's done, like, period, or do you think he's going to step back in the ring? Because honestly, he doesn't need the money, so I don't know why he would continue.
I love that about him.
His ego.
It's all about a bragging rights. It's all about the ego, and he loves the sport that much, and he's such a good shit talker that even when you're getting your ass beat, like, you can't recover from that fight. Broken ankle, and the way that fight went with Poirier, to where that entire first round, it was complete domination to come out and talk shit.
See, I think Conor could have been in that fight in the next round. Like, that's the best part about fighting is, like, it doesn't matter how much you're getting your ass beat. Like, look at that freak with the green hair that just kept getting punched in the face for the first fight.
He's a zombie. That guy's a zombie.
Yeah, he just kept taking punches to the face. But, you know, that's the best part about, you could get your ass kicked in the first round, but if you catch him with that right in the second round, knock him out, it's all over. So, like, people are discrediting Conor in that first round, saying, oh, it was over, Poirier was having his way with him. He was for a couple minutes, but Conor was defending himself pretty well on the ground, too.
Well, the other thing is, too, is the great thing about the UFC is every fight starts standing. You know, so every round you start standing, and that's Conor's strength. I will say he did have some nice elbows from the bottom to Dustin's face. I mean, he looked like he was still in the fight, and that's why if you watch the highlights, I was counting down. I'm like 5 seconds, 4 seconds, because again, every fight, and you're like, if he could just start standing up, and you know, it's not so much that I'm like, oh my God, Conor, let me kiss your ass as much as possible. Like, I think he's great for the sport, and I think it would be. You know, it would have been great to see a round 2, but I'm also a realist in the situation. The second round would have probably been more the same.
That time towards the end of that first round, you mentioned it.
Yeah.
It was at like 33 seconds or so when I looked at the clock, and I was like, just fast forward, get this round over with, and it'll be okay. He'll bounce back.
Yeah, that's what's scary about it, is that, like, it's... anything could happen. I mean, literally, like, the man was holding his leg to his ankle together because it was broken. And, you know, some people were mad about Rogan laying down next to him and doing commentary. That's part of the sport. Like,
I thought that was great. I thought that was amazing. What's he supposed to do? Wait till the dude's on the stretcher or whatever?
Well,
you go to where the story is.
And that's the thing, too, is, like, I think interviewing concussed or knocked out fighters is a definite no, because they're not there mentally. Like,
I still think you got to do it, though. It's part of the sport.
It is part of the sport, but at the same time, like, the fighter isn't in the right state of mind to say the right things, or their head's not there. But when you
None
have
of their
an injury,
heads are there.
Well, and when you have an injury like that, you're in such shock, and he still played the role of selling a fucking another fight. That's the genius of him. Even Ronda Rousey was like, you literally had your leg dislocated from your foot, and you were selling the fourth fight. Like,
Did
who
you see
does
the
that?
picture of Poirier's wife?
Oh, the flipping off?
Yeah.
It was great. It was great. It sells for a fourth fight. And let's be honest, like, this pay-per-view is said to be around 1.6, 1.7 million.
So there's
That's
the picture.
That's a gangsta flick off, too.
You only get a blurry version of it because it was like caught, you know, you're trying to screen capture this. But there's Conor talking to Joe Rogan on the ground, and he's yelling at Poirier, your wife's in my DMs right now. And she's just flipping him the bird the entire time. I mean, absolutely love that lady.
I think when you look at ultimate losers and ultimate winners of this pay-per-view card, the ultimate loser is Conor. I hate to say it, like, but it's the truth. Like, you had a possibly a career-ending injury. Then on top of that, you're trash talking while you're sitting there while they're putting your leg in a cast. Like, he needs a year off. Take a year off, and not only for the injury, but just to get your shit together. The ultimate winner is the Green Zombie. I mean, against Sugar Sean O'Malley, to sit there and take shots. I think that the fight ending early like that, I felt it was appropriate because, I mean, he took 8, 9, 10 unnecessary shots within the last 30 seconds. It was bad. Tai Tuivasa, the heavyweight, had a phenomenal performance and then did the shoey on top of the cage. I thought that was great. And then, you know, the other thing that kind of pisses me off when it comes to, like, and not to be like sitting on my high horse, but you have casual fans and then you have real fans of the sport.
Fucking casuals.
There was people who were like, that Gilbert Burns and Thompson fight was boring as shit. I thought it was great. I thought it was a great, you know, chess match. I think if you look at the art form of MMA, it was karate versus Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I thought the whole card was great. Even the women's fight. You know, people dog on women, and then that first round, you know, I mean, Aldana is no joke. And
it just still makes me uncomfortable to watch women fight.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I don't know why. It's just
Yeah.
weird. It's a weird quirk that I have, and it's not a sexist thing. I know they're capable of fighting.
Yeah.
It's just I enjoy watching two men beat the shit out of each other. I've never enjoyed watching two women fight.
Right when Aldana was whooping her ass, I tweeted. I said she was getting her DMAC on. Like, it looked like she made old girl turtle.
Yeah, she made her turtle, and that's the thing with Aldana. She was an underdog in the fight. Broadwell was the loser for the challenge between all of us. So although I'm getting checked into the boards, I can at least say that Broadwell is going to have to do a nice little dab of the bomb hot sauce, and it's not.
See,
fun.
the thing about it though, everybody that went to Imagine Theaters really is the winner because we had proper 12 girls out there. We had
beautiful.
Jose Cuervo out there.
Yeah.
And just the entire party was just an amazing thing to be a part of.
Yeah.
And especially on the way out because Stick and Kennedy busted out the microphone to get reactions post-fight to see what they had to say.
What was your reaction to Conor's ankle breaking?
That was some shit.
What's your name?
Sherry.
Where you from, Sherry?
Detroit.
Conor sucks ass. Fuck you.
It looks so bad, man. It kind of scared me. Shout out Woodward. Woodward Sports.
He got his ass whooped. Why's he got such weak ankles?
I don't know. I think the floor is a little bit too greasy.
McGregor versus Poirier 4.
I mean, will his ankle hold up?
I hope so.
Out here looking like Dak Prescott?
Yep. Oh my God.
Definitely shout out to Poirier, but
broken ankle, fight of the year, ground and pound was great. It was awesome. Shout out to all my guys at Woodward Sports, man.
He's going to retire. His wife is probably going to make him retire.
I mean, he got that proper 12 money. He don't need to be fighting anymore.
Yeah, he don't need us.
There's only so much heart you can put in the game, right?
Right.
And when it comes to Irish people, I think we all put ourselves in a position that you do what you can do.
Right.
Dustin showed heart. He proved heart. He does this time and time after again.
And he won, man. He won the diamond. All right, let's get some other opinions, guys. Come on through here. Come on through here. What do you think about Conor breaking his ankle like that?
I mean, it sucks, but he had nothing for him, bro. He's getting fucked up on the ground the whole time.
Probably wasn't going to last long anyways, right?
Yeah, the proper 12 was flowing with some of those guys that I was talking to.
Yeah.
You should have seen the interviews we cut out.
Yeah. It was beautiful, though, because, like, I'm sitting in the chairs and we're doing the watch party, and all of a sudden I'm like, man, I don't know if I'm sweating because of this action. And I look down, and imagine in those seats they have the heat. Like, you could turn the heat on. I was like, God, it's so hot in here. But no, I mean, the seats were comfortable. Again, everyone from Imagine was awesome. Like, the fact that we were able to get almost at capacity, we were very close to capacity in the theater, and then to have D-Mac there, you know, everybody from Woodward there. Sean Baligian showed up. He actually left.
Your dad showed up.
My dad was there. Yeah, it was nuts. So it's great with these big cards because it gets everybody involved. You know, everybody loves to see a good fight, and yeah, hopefully we'll do it again soon. Obviously, the next pay-per-view coming up in August, and yeah, make sure that you follow Art of Combat Pod.
Hey, man, that was my friend's first UFC fight, too. I brought her with me.
Beautiful.
She was just like, first off, she thought the whole environment was cool with, just everybody being there and watching on the big screen, but she was like, holy crap, this is so brutal. Take me back to boxing.
That's what's great about it. It's like anything could happen at any given moment. You're one shot away from just a knockout, or and then you have the outside of the cage antics, which everyone's been following along. Conor releases a video this morning from the hospital bed, and he's like, I'm doing great, and that win was nothing, and it's like, Jesus, like the show goes on. I love it.
No matter how bad you get your ass beat, you freaking break an ankle, you still can talk after
Great marketing.
that.
Yeah.
So what's the next big fight, man?
Next big fight is coming up between the heavyweights, I do believe, UFC 265. We have, of course, fights this weekend, too. I mean, there's fights every single weekend, and interviews dropping as well. I just talked to Dan Severn. He wants to do some cool stuff with us again, too. And
the beast!
It's crazy because he calls me yesterday, and we're just talking. I'm like,
it's amazing.
Friends with Dan Severn. It's nuts. Like, the legends of the sport still need to be appreciated, and we'll definitely get him in here. And, yeah, more interviews coming, more content
And
coming.
I know you interviewed Dan Severn. Like, do the legends of the sport, are they happy with the way it's gone? Because, when you talk to old football players about where the game is, when you talk to old basketball players and old baseball, a lot of the old guys like to hold on to what they did and how they played. Like, is everybody happy with the way UFC has evolved? Because I was talking to Sean Baligian. Baligian's kind of like me. Like, when you had to go to Blockbuster and rent the UFC, when there was no holds barred, no weight classes, Butterbean was out there, like all types of crazy shit. That's when I first got into fighting, and then I kind of fell off for a little bit. Are you happy? Is everybody happy with where UFC is?
I think when you look at like Dan Severn's career, and obviously there's no weight classes, it was wear whatever the hell you want. Like, the man fought in Detroit and was able to fight in front of his hometown, so that's awesome. But I have talked to him about it, and he follows the sport, but he follows similar athletes that were like him. Like athletes that could fight, but could also wrestle if they needed to, like Justin Gaethje. And I think with Severn, he looks at the sport and the evolution of it, and it's just crazy. I mean, we went from like unsanctioned fights basically to where it's like, hey, you're 300-something pounds and you're 150 pounds. Fight. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, it's so different.
It used to be like human cockfighting.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally what it was.
And John McCain was the one who said that and tried getting MMA banned, basically. And luckily, we got past that. It's a multi-billion-dollar company. I'm hoping and praying that they come to Detroit. I don't know. I know a large part of the audience bought tickets for UFC 218 in Detroit. Seeing someone get knocked out in person to where you can hear it. I mean, I was up in like the suites and you could hear that connection from Alistair Overeem and Francis Ngannou fight. It's a beautiful thing, and I think as we continue to go on, there's reports coming out now that it's actually the fourth most popular sport, that it's beat out NHL. I would have to see the numbers on it. You know, I think eventually it beats out a sport like baseball easily. You know, it's just more exciting. It's more action.
Watch your mouth.
You know, I'm just being honest.
Watch your mouth, son.
I mean, you could see someone run around a base, or you could see someone get knocked the fuck out.
Look through that little highlight video we had. It's literally all types of people, all ages, all genders.
Yeah.
It brings everybody together. This sport, I mean, it's just, you get such good adrenaline rush through the excitement that you get in short spurts.
Yeah, and I got to give a shout out to Mando Gutierrez. He came all the way from East Lansing, and to have like an expert.
Was that the dude with the hair?
Yeah,
Dude
yeah,
looked
and
like
the
a
scars
badass.
on his eye. Like the dude's been in battles, and you know, to see someone like that get excited and have that expertise on the show. Like I was telling him, I was like, you know, Ace and myself and Matt, we're just a bunch of idiots that love talking about fights. Like you're actually in there, and so we'll get him on the show again. And again, I can't thank everyone enough for being a part of the show.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having it. Next big watch party, we got to do it again at Imagine. Like you said, they were great to us. And just watching a fight on that big of a screen, like normally, you know, even if you watch it on like a 70-inch big TV, it's like, oh, okay, this is decent size. When the guys are like literally look like giants and you get to watch them swing and punch.
Seeing that ankle too in HD and like on that giant screen, like it was
and having 250 friends by you.
Yeah.
Like that was my favorite part, was everybody being in that room together and sharing that excitement was the best part.
You can't say that there's not Michigan fight fans, because I mean, for that amount of people to buy those tickets and show up, I mean, sure, it's a Connor card, but just the excitement, it's amazing. So,
I gotta say, this is the only way I gotta say, this is the only way I can watch the big fights now. One of my fraternity brothers, Auden, he texted me when I posted the flyer again, and he said, dude, you guys have to continue doing that, because that is some real big stuff that can really catch on with everybody to the point where you guys just pack it out where people,
and I heard, like, I was all the way in the skybox, so it was hard to hear, but like you could hear down there, and it's like when people watch a horror movie, they're like, oh, like, it's so awesome.
Well, that's what I said to Joey, because we were up with the skybox with you, because we were helping the broadcast get going and all that, and I told Joey, I was like, dude, let's go down there and watch the fights, because when I was standing down there and we were giving out that Jose Cuervo sign, like the energy was just great,
so
man.
it said it's awesome.
You heard that from the skybox?
Well, yeah, once you start getting that Jose Cuervo and Popper 12 going, it's just, you know, it's awesome, man. It's so cool. A bunch of drunk people watching fights, like, it was great. You know?
Yeah, great time at Imagine Theaters, and the next one we do, we'll be sure to let you know so you can buy tickets and be a part of the party.
John Jones, please come through so we could do one. Like, you know, we need to have like a big fight. Obviously, with Conor, he's the biggest fighter, you know, in the UFC right now. Sticks seems to think Khabib's coming back. That's never going to happen.
It will.
We got to wait for a big heavyweight fight like a John Jones fight. We'll definitely do it again.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Art, from the Art of Combat podcast right here on the Woodward Sports Network. And we got to give a shout out for everybody who bet on those fights. Art said he missed his parlay just by one fight due to Conor McGregor breaking his leg in half. But either way, place those bets at mybookie.com. And when you go there, make sure you enter promo code Woodward, and we will match your first deposit up to 50%. So if you wanted to bet $100, you could bet $150, and it would cost you the exact same. So go do it today, mybookie.com. Set up your account, but make sure you enter promo code Woodward once you get there.
Hey, it's Joey from Woodward Sports at my favorite downtown Fenton, Bridge Street Exchange. Let's go check out their beautiful store. You know we love Michigan summers. Got to turn up on the lake. Pre-made mixed drinks. They even got their own beautiful Bridge Street Exchange t-shirts. I got mine on. Jewelry, they got you here. I got mine on. Titanium Buzz. If you're not quite ready to ask that big question yet with the jewelry, look nice for your girl. They got polos. And last but not least, the most comfortable shoes on the planet. Hey Dude. They're literally called Hey Dude. Shop here at Bridge Street Exchange, downtown Fenton. Support a locally owned business.
Sorry, Jeff, you got one job in there, and it's to turn the mics on. Now
My-
you gotta
my-
try to get
my-
Mike on to
all
talk
right,
back
listen,
to me.
the button pushing skills are getting exposed right now. All right, they're getting exposed.
And that's the thing. Like, it is a very methodical and simple job, but you got to be paying attention, and timing is everything.
Timing is exactly everything.
Yeah, so welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for watching us on all the platforms, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and, of course, Facebook. Thank you for dropping comments, and we do this every once in a while. If you're watching right now and you normally don't comment, please comment and let us know where you're watching, because we like to find out where everybody is. So right now in the chat, old school Yahoo, or what was that? AOL chat.
AOL.
Age, sex, location.
AIM Messenger.
Yeah, the ASL check right now. Just let us know where you're watching, because we want to appreciate where you are from. Speaking of where you're from, USA basketball. Nigeria, the first African team to ever beat Team USA, period. Are you guys worried about Team USA going into the Olympics?
Nigeria was 30-point underdogs going into this game. 30 points. Yes, it was an exhibition game, so let us get that out the way right now. Let the ass whooping get out the way. Not ass whooping, but I mean, technically it was an ass whooping because we should not have lost the game. But I'm not worried. I think when you get so many players like this together with not much practice, because they haven't had much time to really practice together, it's only going to get better.
It's only going to get better, which is true. But also, too, got to give credit to Nigeria. Now, let's first go off of this.
Screw Nigeria. We don't care about other countries.
But the past few times USA has beaten the crap out of them. 83 points and 43 points respectively. This time is a little bit story. Here's why it's a different story. Since then, Nigeria has put 16 pros in the NBA. And also, too, it isn't like they just had some coach who didn't know the game. Nigeria's coach is Mike Brown. Mike Brown has coached the team to the NBA Finals, took LeBron James in there to a sweep nonetheless. And also, Mike Brown has 3 NBA championships as an assistant coach. And one of those rings is under who?
Larry.
Not Larry.
Oh.
Greg Popovich, who's the coach of Team USA. So he does know a little bit of something. And gotta give him credit for that. You got KD, you got Dame Dollar. You're thinking that that's gonna be good enough, but hey, those guys are starting to come up, and the international play is starting to catch up to the United States. I think what happened yesterday was they just went out there. Not yesterday. What happened in that game was they were out there too cool for school. They went out there. They took Nigeria for granted. They can just go ahead and just walk on right through them, and it didn't happen.
It definitely did not happen. And you love to see the reaction in Nigeria's look at this block, though.
Yeah, that was ugly.
That is crazy. But one of the best things about being the best is that sometimes you're going to get upset, and that's okay. But it supplies people with lifetime memories like this. Because if USA beats Nigeria, we're not going in the locker room looking like this, are we?
Not at all. I mean, USA, ever since they started putting the best players, quote unquote best players in the world out there, we expect to beat the crap out of anybody we play. So, got to give Nigeria their credit for that. And I'm also glad that USA lost early, as is Greg Popovich. He said, in a way, I'm kind of glad it happened. That loss means nothing if we don't learn from it, but it could be the most important thing in this tournament for us. Up before that game, USA was 54-2 in exhibition games. In 2004, which they won the bronze medal. They lost 85-78 to Italy in the national team pre-World Cup tour, and then they lost in 2019 to Australia 98-94. Who they face today?
Australia's always got a tough squad too, man. Like it's crazy how we've watched. Yeah, we've watched the Olympic basketball style evolve across the entire world, and that's what I'm worried about right now. Like USA, we've been very coddled. We've been at the top of the hill for a long time. There was a couple years ago when we got smacked and got that bronze. But damn, if these guys don't get it together and don't show up on the world stage, do we got to reevaluate how we're sending people to the Olympics?
Well, you got to think about it like this. 2012 and 2008, we didn't just send a whole bunch of all-stars. We sent superstars.
Right, but that's
KD,
what I mean.
LeBron.
Can we get back to that?
Steph Curry.
Thing is, I don't know how they get back to that. I think when you had the Redeem team, those guys took it personal. That's why they joined. They took it personal that the 04 team went out there and got bronze. So they wanted to go back out there and kick the rest of the world's ass. I'm not so sure that this current generation is going to have that same kind of, personal pride, personal patriotism that they want to go out there and show the rest of the world. So it's can we get back to it? Yeah, we could. It's just that are those players going to take that same pride in going out there and playing for their country? I don't think they do.
And then you
they
look
better,
at
man. That's one thing that pisses me off. Like, if you got a chance to put USA on your chest, the country that has provided you with every single opportunity that you have to be the millionaire that you are, and you're still like, man, I don't know. Like, just go play ball and represent us all. Like, make us proud. Like, do you not have any pride in yourself and in your country? If you're a superstar, just like, nah, I made it. Fuck y'all.
And that's what I was going to get, Kobe went out there, D-Wade, LeBron,
right,
Carmelo, Jordan,
Bird.
The Magic, the best of the best went out there. Now we're just sending a couple of guys who are all-stars. And the thing is, all the all-stars aren't really superstars. They're good players. Yes, they're good players, but as we see, the international game is starting to catch up with, United States players. So I don't know. We got to figure something out as a country. Whoever makes the selections, I think it's still Jerry Colangelo. He's gonna have to figure something out to get the superstars back for 2024. Because
my thing, honestly, I don't want us to have a bad team this year. But if we do you think that'll be something where it looks at all these other superstars that we have, like, I'm not going to let our country be embarrassed by this. I'm going to step up.
You would hope. I mean, honestly, you would hope that. Like, if LeBron is everything he says to be, and I get it, he's played a lot of games and he's played on several Olympic teams, but you can't watch your team lose and then not help. I don't get how these guys could watch that happen and be like, well, sorry, y'all sucked.
Especially with their teammates being out there. Some of them.
I think with LeBron's and the Chris Pauls in their defense, they're getting to the 35, the 36. Jordan and those guys, they were still kind of in their prime when they're playing. So I think as they, and I still think it's a young man's game. So as those guys are getting older and logging all those minutes, I would expect them to kind of fall off and, fade into the, fade out and let those, the younger guys go out there. But some of these younger guys who are declining, like Harden and, any other player, I don't get it. Like, what have you done? At least LeBron can say, hey, I've been a part of 3 Olympic teams. I got 2 golds and 1 bronze. What can you guys say? What is your excuse for not playing?
Right. But I mean, someone like a Stephen Curry. 33 years old.
He should be on the team.
Still one of the best shooters in the NBA.
Yeah, you don't want to see it. Now, Steph Curry, like I said, that's fair. 33 is not 36 and 37.
Right.
So you would want to see a Steph Curry out there, especially after, your team just got bounced out the bubble game. Why not go out there and go join the team and, get some more reps in?
The Euro game's built for them, man. It's not a physical game. It's all about outside shooting. And, we need Devin Bookers. We need the Stephen Currys to be on this team.
Booker is going to be in it, which is the good news.
Yeah.
He's going to be in it, but then they're saying on Twitter, oh, well, this isn't our full roster. We're missing Devin Booker, but then we're missing Drew Holiday and we're missing Middleton. 2 people that I could care less about being let's be honest.
And then Devin Booker, are you really missing this Devin Booker right now?
Mr. 3 for 14 last night, Devin Booker.
Mr. Don't play after the second half.
Shout out to Traverse City watching right now. Thank you, guys. That was up near Petoskey. But either way, man, I want the Team USA superstars to be superstars again. Like, it sucks when Luka's stepping on the court and other countries have bigger and better players than us at this point.
Paul George should be out there. Where's Trae Young at? Once you guys get done with your playoff obligations, you guys should be going out there to go join a team like a Devin Booker and Chris Middleton. Or I think Paul George should be out there before Chris Middleton.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know. Maybe
Kawhi?
I'm thinking different.
Kawhi's healthy now. Get out there, Kawhi. Sick of hearing this shit.
Trae Young's actually a good one. I would love to see Trae Young out there.
Yeah, anybody that can shoot, I'd love to see out there. But you can't be losing to Nigeria in opening round games. You just can't be.
30-point underdogs.
Right, but either way, they're going to be in the medal rounds, and that's where the damage is going to be done. But hopefully this teaches them a valuable lesson that, hey, the world has caught up. We are no longer the big superpower that we thought we were. Like, it's one thing to lose to Australia and, you know, like Lithuania and stuff like that where they have established programs. But Nigeria? Honestly, Nigeria, I get it. They've turned out some pro prospects, but no stars. I looked at that roster. There was nobody I recognized.
I believe before yesterday, Nigeria was 0 for 28 in exhibition games against non-African teams.
Right. But that does say J. Cole, man. He's up in the African leagues. If it wasn't for J. Cole, they wouldn't be doing so well.
What if he was out there?
Dude.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
I saw a tweet over the weekend that's like, yeah, I'd trade Kyle Kuzma for J. Cole. I was like, cool.
But I will say a big thing that really get there, I think a big thing for them getting that win is coaching. I mean, Mike Brown, you say what you want about him. He is a good coach. Not a great coach.
Yep.
But he's a good coach, and he would know how to coach against those guys, and he would know how Greg Popovich thinks, having been on the sidelines with him. So, you know, so it's a good loss, if you can want to say it like that.
I think it was Mike Woodson I was thinking of.
Yeah, Mike Woodson was on Larry
that's what
Brown.
you were like. Yeah, okay, that's why I got my mics mixed up. So yeah, Team USA back in action tonight. You said, right?
Yeah, they're gonna play Australia today, and that's before Nigeria losing to Nigeria. That was who they lost their last exhibition game to. So hopefully it's not back-to-back exhibition losses, because again, I don't think the Nigeria loss means anything, but if they lose back-to-back exhibition games,
right,
then you're like, okay, hold the F up. You still got KD, Dame Lillard, and Bradley Beal now. What's going on here?
Yeah, there's gonna be major issues if we lose back-to-back. So we'll find out what happens tonight. Hopefully Team USA, I agree, that was an embarrassing loss, and yeah, hopefully it was humbling for them too, and they come out tonight and go back to Dream Team status and win by 75 points. You know Fish is going to be watching because it's Team Australia, and he absolutely loves Australia. So go Team USA, and if you want some great things made in the USA, make sure you go to coastportland.com. They have great knives for you, plus some headlamps and just anything you need for outdoor adventure stuff. Coast Portland has it. Like, look at those protective lenses, and they block the UV rays, and I always keep my knife on me. It's in my pocket right now. See? Coast knife. Real nice, real simple.
I need mine still.
Used it as a screwdriver the other day when I needed it. And, you know, just,
that's the worst, and then you dull out the screw always.
That's all right, though. It needed to get the job done, and it did for me. So make sure you go to coastportland.com today if you're looking to buy a gift for anybody. WSN20 is the code that you can use for 20% off.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Good morning, everyone.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Let's get into Joey's news.
Let's go.
We are just weeks away from NFL returning. Lions, we got to welcome our new quarterback, Jared Goff, to Detroit. And another lovely lady by the name of Kristen Harper, who we got to welcome, Jared Goff's girlfriend, to the city of Detroit, because she made a nice next step in her career. Her first ever swim week show with the Sports Illustrated swimsuit you see there.
That's my quarterback.
That is my quarterback. I'm so proud of him. I'm rooting for him to be here forever, ever.
Forever,
ever. No, that's awesome. I mean, when you're the quarterback in LA, you're probably going to come across a few dimes in your day, and you know, I'm glad he imported one here to Detroit.
He brought that California sunshine with him. Amen.
Yeah, good for you, Jared Goff. And if you're a winner like that off the field, I expect you to be a winner on the field.
When Verlander was here, was Uptown here for like a lot of the time?
Oh, yeah. Kate Upton was at almost every game.
She was.
Yeah, she was always around.
So we should be expecting Kristen at every game, correct?
I would assume so. I hope so. If not, you know, she could come to our pregame parties and after-game parties and watch with us if she doesn't feel comfortable being in there. Because, you know, sometimes you get a little nervous watching your man play in person, but, you know, she can come kick it with us.
Protect her. Ain't nobody going to mess with her. We promise you that.
Yeah, we got you, Goff.
It's our boy right there.
Yeah.
And we just recapped talking about Olympic basketball and USA losing to Nigeria by 3 in the men's national team exhibition. So let's get that loss out the way. It's all good. But that block right there,
Almost
Just
killed
nasty.
KD.
And then they were talking trash to KD too afterwards. So, hey KD, man, you got to go ahead and avenge that loss, man, because if you don't, woo, it's gonna be a long summer for you.
Slim Reaper needs to come out tonight.
Yeah.
And a lot of Detroit presence out there as well. Over the weekend, this picture surfaced the internet. Saw it on Twitter. Coach Casey, Troy Weaver, out there with their Olympian Pistons.
That's awesome.
Hey,
in Vegas, beautiful picture.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
How's Isaiah Stewart doing on his injury? I haven't gotten many updates, but so that must mean it's not awful.
Yeah, I haven't heard any updates, anything negative to sort of say. So if you don't hear any news, hopefully that means that it's good news.
No news is good news, right?
If I were to tell you the Tigers had a grand slam in the top of the 9th inning, you would most likely say we ended up winning that game, correct?
1,000,000%.
Jake Rogers, beautiful grand slam, top of the 9th against the Minnesota Twins to get us up by 1 run when we were down by 3. And here's the hit.
Couple of walks for Rogers and a run scored. Smokes one to center. Back goes Kepler. That ball is gone! A grand slam! And the Tigers have the lead!
Twins ended up tying it at the bottom of the 9th, and then it went into the 10th inning where they took it away.
Damn. You can't tease anybody with a grand slam and then go out and lose, but
imagine as Tigers fans watching the damn game. That should hurt us.
Yeah, they've taken they were doing so good this month, and then now they've taken a turn 4-6 in their last 10 games. So hopefully they can go ahead and turn it around, because I still think from the way the standings look, they had a good shot to go ahead and catch second place in the Central.
Yeah, I say it all the time. Baseball's a long season, man.
Yeah.
It's a long season. They're going to go on great runs. And it's literally like a basketball game spread over 162 games.
Yeah.
Like it's just like this. So I never get too excited, never get too down. This is what we expected out of the Tigers this season.
Some excitement, though, is the Tigers drafted number 3 overall in the 2021 MLB draft, right-handed pitcher Jackson Jobe from Heritage Hall High School in Oklahoma. This kid, a lot of hype around him.
I mean, 2021 Gatorade Player of the Year. I mean, what can you say about this kid? 122 strikeouts over 52 and a half innings?
52 and a half
innings. Only walked 5 batters during that span. Sounds pretty, like you said earlier, it's against high school players. Still, nice prospect, 18 years old. Probably see him in maybe several years.
We should see him at the end of next season if all things progress right.
Okay.
And, I mean, if he turns out having an awesome preseason next year or spring training next year, we may see him earlier than that. But, yeah, it's an 18-year-old kid. He had the most upside in the entire draft. He's not the surefire pick, and that's what kind of pissed a bunch of people off, because the Tigers aren't in a position to be rolling the dice right now. We should get solid players and move forward. But when you got a chance to get the guy with the highest upside, you go get that guy. And, some of the scouts love him. Other scouts, they kind of waver on him. Some of the fans were absolutely pissed at Avila for doing this. Everybody thought we should have gotten Mayer, the shortstop. I'm okay with it. We'll see how it turns out. Like I said earlier in the show, when the Tigers have performed well and got the World Series, it was all on the pitching staff that we drafted, not the position players. I can't think of a great position player that we've drafted outside of like Curtis Granderson. Really, I can't think of one.
What was your initial reaction when that happened?
When we drafted the pitcher?
Yes.
Last night? I was happy. I either wanted him or the other pitcher from Vanderbilt.
Is that the one that went before us?
The guy that went right before us. That's who I was hoping for, but, that's the surefire easy pick. This kid is the upside. He could be through the roof next, Randy Johnson type pitcher. Obviously, he's not a 7-foot-tall left-hander, but you see what I'm saying, dominance-wise.
If it wasn't for this home run, the Diamondbacks would have probably had a chance at winning this game. Check the score in this video as well.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Imagine being a fan at that game. How many balls you probably left there.
Dude.
22-1, the final score. And you got to give it up to the Diamondbacks social media team for this.
Honestly, it's so good. It's so good.
What more can you say after that game?
Well, I just want to know, the person typing that just had to look so defeated while they were doing it. That's all I'm imagining. You know,
think they had the final score? They had a graphic ready, and they were like, delete.
They typed out several things. Were just like, all right, you know what?
When you only have one run and the team screw the last score. If you have one run and the team gets up more than 15 on you, it's really, what else can you say other than, man, look, you know what the score is. Go find it yourself. Good night.
Good night. I love that. You know how to find
tomorrow.
scores.
It's a great right there. Italy winning its first major trophy since 2006 World Cup, winning the Euro 2020 in penalty kick yesterday, 3-2. I love watching penalty kicks. It's just so much fun in soccer, especially for a championship game like this.
That is wild how it comes down to penalty kicks for the world championship or the Euro championship.
And dude, it was a lot of saves and misses. Like I was surprised seeing, like, imagine that feeling. I would hate to be the fourth or fifth shooter to come out there.
Really?
It's got to be so much pressure.
Yeah, it's just as much pressure for any of them, but I would rather be the fourth or fifth. I know exactly what I need to do.
Yeah, you do, but I mean, if you're the first one and you miss it or you get saved, you still got 4 more attempts to get that W.
Right.
But the last one, it went down to the wire.
Yeah.
Where they had a chance, England had a chance, and just did not pull it off.
Well, congratulations.
And lastly, Novak Djokovic winning the Wimbledon, now with 20 Grand Slam titles, tying other legends like Roger Federer and Nadal. 20. Each of them.
That's crazy.
One of my life goals is to go to Wimbledon, and I'm not even a tennis fan. It's just part of the, the ambiance and the mystique of it. It's always something I've heard about my whole life. And then when Terry Foster was in here last Thursday telling us about his experience at Wimbledon, taking a statesman's limo and all that stuff, and got free
by himself.
Food. Yeah, I want that. I want that experience at Wimbledon. But it seems like such a fun event.
Wimbledon.
Oh yeah, Wimbledon. Okay.
You said it like 6 times.
Wimbledon.
Gosh. Wimbledon.
And it's just Wimbledon. It's not the Wimbledon.
Yeah. Who said the Wimbledon?
You.
I didn't say the Wimbledon.
Go back, watch the tape. That's why we got it.
Go ahead. I didn't do it.
That's why we got the
We're
tape,
pulling
baby.
This tape. I did not do it.
You said it both times. I didn't want to correct you on the air because I thought that'd be rude. But if you're going to correct me on the air, I guess we're going to play this game. So,
you're right.
Let's do it.
I did say that. You're right.
Why? Because you have it in your notes
yeah,
written
I'm
that
looking
way?
at no, because I'm like saying it in my head, and I was like, wins the Wimbledon. Yeah. Thank you, Benny.
All right. I'm from the Midwest, all right? It's Wimbledon. Wimbledon. I just say it fast.
Shop at Myers after this?
I do shop at Myers, and I buy Fords and, all types of stuff. You guys make fun of that, but you know why that is the way it is because, Ford is an actual person. And back in the day when he first started the company, you would go work for Fords. Like, if you owned a company, I'd go work for Jobe.
Making it singular or plural is one thing, but Wimbledon.
It's a possessive. It's not a plural.
Wimbledon.
Possessive, not plural. Different.
When
different
do we turn
S
D's to T's in Wimbledon?
Different S to N.
The Wimbledon is, it's so legendary that it's Wimbledon, right?
No, it's just
the Wimbledon. That's what I was trying to say.
It's Wimbledon.
The Wimbledon.
Wimbledon.
We go off to Paige to add to this.
The championships at Wimbledon.
Okay, there we go. Thanks for having my back
CJ,
on that, CJ.
Appreciate that.
I meant to say championships.
Get it right, Joey.
I left all that out of there. Paige, Central Michigan University. What do we got?
Central Michigan.
With T, yeah.
The Central Michigan University.
Thank you guys for that warm welcome. So Saturday at Oracle Park, Oakland Athletics versus the Giants game, a fan was choking. And Dr. Willie Ross, who's father of Joe Ross, pitcher for Oakland Athletics, ran over to see what was happening, and a woman was choking on 3 large pieces of hot dog.
Oh.
He performed the Heimlich maneuver and was able to save her. She actually stayed for the rest of the game, so it wasn't too big of a deal, but it was making headlines because it was a Giants fan and then an Oakland Athletics dad, which was kind of cool.
Real quick, so no one's there's an elephant in the room. Why is she eating 3 hot dogs?
I think it was 1 hot dog, but 3 chunks of that same
3
hot
chunks
dog.
of the same hot dog.
Okay. I was gonna say that. Hey, she's into whatever she's into, but 3 hot dogs. That's a lot. That's a lot of hot dogs.
Yeah. I don't think the choking is the biggest issue about that.
Yeah.
She was
Have
eating 3
you
of them.
guys ever choked on anything like that, like in a restaurant or anything like that? Because I was a waiter, and one of the part about being a waiter is you have to learn the Heimlich maneuver because of people choking on their food. It never happened when I was a waiter, thank goodness. But have you ever been around somebody choking on food or anything like that?
Honestly, never.
Me neither.
I don't think I have either.
I've choked on a fruit roll-up before, and that was just because I was a grown. It wasn't like I was a kid. I was probably like 18, 16, but I still choked on it. But no, not in public. I'm very glad for that, because it's like, I feel like if someone chokes in public, everyone's just, it gets highlighted, obviously.
You know what? Now that you say it, I have choked on something, and you're right. It wasn't in public. It was at my house. I forget exactly what I was like, gasping for air, and I was like, man, I gotta dislodge this thing, and I ran, and I like hit my back on the wall.
That's the scariest thing. When you're by yourself choking, you're like, yep,
smart.
we got to figure something out here. You know?
Yeah.
Would
No,
you
it
just
was
run
like,
straight into the wall and turn around and hit your back up?
that's what I did, and it jarred it loose, whatever it was.
I think I
your skull from impact, but it was good.
I'm still here, though.
The popcorn kernel got out of his throat.
I had to get in like a handstand position and like just get it out. Like I had to like turn up almost upside down to like just get the fruit roll up out of my throat. It was weird. I'm gonna pass on that.
I'm confused on the fruit. Yeah, like
No, I'm about.
oh, okay.
Because so what I did was a fruit roll up. What I would do as a kid is I'd grab the whole thing, take it out of the thing, and just throw it in my mouth. Like, and then that's not pause on that. But you would throw the whole thing in the mouth, and that was not a smart idea. You're supposed to eat it like as a fruit roll up, not entirely
cut
at
out
once.
the shapes first.
So
No, I
like
just
roll it
I
into
just
a
throw
ball
that
and
thing
eat
in.
it?
Yeah,
Tongue
like
tattoo.
it's bad. Don't do that.
Yeah, what about the tongue tattoo? You didn't do that?
I didn't worry about the tongue tattoo. I was just swallowing that thing, man. It was not good.
There you go.
Your sister, the lovely Kendra, just asked a very important question.
He says,
and
"Uh-oh," every time you
and
mention
it was
her
just
name.
about how did she get the hot dogs lodged in her throat? Did she just take a bite and then swallow the rest of the hot dog and not chew it? Like, I'm trying to figure that out. Like, how?
Yeah, the funniest part is she's like a retired nurse. So like she's doing this and she probably helps people all the time and she just
Hey,
I
them
don't know.
nurses are freaks, though. Them
Well, not
nurses.
really, not her specifically. She couldn't even keep it down.
Well, Becca, you know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's great though that an opposing player's dad came over and helped her. Like it's a
Yeah.
feel-good story
He
in
had
the
to
end.
like run into the others. Like it was a different
felt
section.
good.
Like he ran into the other section, helped her. It was like pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be amazing to save a life like that.
Oh, that'd be so amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
he's like he's in pediatrics, so he doesn't really do this type of thing often, but obviously he's certified, so he was able to kind of use some skills that he doesn't really use always.
Nice.
Which is kind of cool. Second story I have here, a little quick one about Tristan Thompson and Lamar Odom. Lamar Odom commented on Khloe Kardashian's Instagram post of her in a bathing suit, and it was a bunch of heart eyes, a bunch of hearts, and Lamar Odom, or Tristan Thompson, got a little angry. Lamar Odom is actually just signed for a celebrity boxing match. He just signed his contract for it, so people are saying that they want Tristan Thompson to be his next opponent.
It would be fair because, like I said, the last person Lamar Odom fought was like 7 feet shorter than him. And it just looks so awkward out there. But I'd watch some basketball players actually swing because usually basketball fights, like as big as basketball players are, when they're punching, they're like just swinging wildly.
Yeah.
There's never like a nice jab or anything like that. Like, Chris Childs is the only one that had that right-left hook.
Yeah, he hit Kobe in the throat, but
pop.
well,
But still,
one-
it was clean.
Another one that doesn't get a lot of credit is Carmelo, but he got suspended a long time when he was with the Nuggets when they got into that brawl with the Knicks, who he was kind of funny. He ended up playing for.
Right.
dude, you can make an entire league out of the Kardashian exes.
Oh,
real.
yeah.
I know, it's
An
like
entire
how can
league.
people keep track who their exes are, and they're burning bridges with people and they don't even realize. He was just trying to be nice and comment some hearts on Khloe Kardashian.
I do love Tristan's Thompson's comment. He said, "God to Lamar Odom." He said, "God brought you back the first time. Play if you want different results."
God brought you back the first time. And that was from a crack overdose.
Yeah.
That's a mic drop right
yeah,
there.
low blow for sure. He was like, I'm just trying to be nice. He was just trying to be friendly.
Yeah, no, he's trying to get back in good graces with his baby mama. They have a baby.
I think Tristan and Khloe might have a kid. I'm not sure.
Watch the
It's hard
Kardashians
keeping
if
up
you
with-
want to find
It's
out.
hard keeping up with the Kardashians' bodies.
They do have a kid, and like she found out like the day before she was giving birth that he cheated on her.
Oh, all right.
So yeah, so they do have a kid. Their relationship isn't that great, but
So she got 2 kids.
I think
So it'd be
It's
the
just
baby
one.
dad, the battle of the baby daddies. Oh my God,
Yes.
that'd be amazing.
Khloe
Have the kids
Kardashian
sitting,
about-
have the kids sitting right there at the ring.
Yeah, get
Whoever
custody.
wins
They got
gets
one-
custody
yeah,
of
they
both.
They have one. She has one kid.
Yeah,
That's what
Oh,
it is.
okay.
I think
Damn
it's
it.
just hers.
And I still like that idea though, Stig. We got to make that come to fruition there.
But she was married to Lamar, so the baby daddy versus the ex-husband.
Yeah, and found him at the bunny ranch all cracked out.
Oh, they were
man.
married. That's right.
Yeah.
I thought they were just together, but
No.
they ended up getting married at the Bunny Ranch. That's right. Hey, I got to give a quick little shout out to my people over at Bridge Street Exchange in downtown Fenton because I always love bragging about Bridge Street. I always get my Carhartt gear from Bridge Street. That's where you should go check out. It's a one-stop shop for men. They got everything you can imagine from grooming products towards... Why are you laughing at me?
I was a professional clown, and I had a balloon pop in my mouth, and I was choking on that piece. That's what I'm laughing about. Well, like... anything's funny, but when a clown's choking...
Do you go up to a clown and get mouth to mouth?
Or you don't know if it's like part of his like pantomime and like what he's supposed to be doing.
What did you have to say, Alex?
Oh, hold on 1 second. Jeff, turn his mic on.
The rest of the comment wasn't on the screen, so he said he had to reach his fingers down my throat to pull it out. All the kids thought it was a trick.
See? Exactly. That's exactly what I would have thought.
Kids over there clapping like, wow, good trick.
Like a magician that's like drowning in those tanks. It's like, oh, it's all part of the act. And they're just dead. And you're like, oh, probably should have done something.
On that note, go to Bridge Street Exchange.
Sorry, Joey.
Downtown Fenton, the code word WSN at bridgestreetexchange.com is going to get you 15% off your entire order. Go in there, say what up to our boy Kevin because they are the best.
Welcome to the Call Sam Chopper Shop, where you can win a custom-built chopper while helping our veterans at the same time.
Watch as the Bad Pig Custom team turns this bike into a one-of-a-kind classic chopper.
And when it's finished, we'll be donating the bike to Volunteers of America Michigan to raffle off in support of our vets.
A great cause to give back to those who've given so much.
Watch for Call Sam Chopper Shop episodes on our social media channels and get your raffle ticket today at callsam.com/chopper shop.
Is it time? Yeah, it is.
Fish! Go fish. Fish facts.
It's fish!
And Fish is on vacation, so I'm going to try to do my best Fish impression. And it is Monday, July 12th, 9:50. And last night, the Antetokounmpo brothers combined for 41 points in Game 3. The most points by brothers in NBA Finals history.
Wow.
Giannis didn't even play, so that's kind of why. But Giannis got 41, baby. That's the most combined points by brothers in NBA Finals history.
That sounds like a Fish fact, too. Like the way you said it and everything.
Brought to you by StatMuse.
Right, brought to you by Stat. Suns-Bucks matchup score this season. The Suns have 589 points. The Bucks have 584 points. Pretty even.
Even.
Pretty even. And it's going to be a good series. I'm looking forward to it. And EuroLeague soccer. I don't have any EuroLeague soccer. That's all I got.
It's EuroLeague soccer. Hey, I was tripping out when I was watching, and it says Euro 2020.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, wait, is this a replay? No, I know they're playing right now, but wait, 2020? This is a rerun. It was the weirdest thing in the world because obviously everything's getting postponed and all that. But Euro 2020 went down. Good game. Italy got the dubs.
And you know what? I did forget to start with the video. Thank you, Whitney, for that. And video.
Kendra, a good point as well.
Want to start with the video. The Tigers' #3 overall draft pick has a bat throw here. Joey, you've ever thrown a bat?
I've never actually, Fish.
So he hits a home run. I'm assuming very far over the fence. And when he hits it, he just throws his bat. I think he's very excited.
Wow.
And that's your facts for today. It is 9:52, and yeah, once again, it's Monday, and the weekend will be here in 4 days.
4 more days to the weekend.
We love you, Fish, and I could never be you, man. You're the best.
YouTube says that you're not snooty enough.
Oh.
And you got to rip on Adam. You didn't rip on Adam one time in that entire segment.
Oh, Adam bet on the Tigers. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
Or no, he didn't bet on the Tigers. He's an idiot. That's the Fish. Well, let's get to Jeff's What's Trending with Jeff. Fish, I did my best. I'll do better tomorrow, I promise.
Let's see. Guaranteed he's going to text us that he's watching.
I hope he is.
Guaranteed he is.
He said he was going to get up at 2 a.m. to send me Fish facts every morning. I was like, Fish, don't, man. Just take your vacation. I can go on StatMuse. Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, we're doing Jeff. What's Trending with Jeff from the Fish Tank. Very proud moment. The first video, it's a new video. It wasn't on the earlier segment, but it caught my eye. Jamal Crawford's a free agent, arguably one of the best 6 men of all time, and even though he's 40-ish years old, he could still get a bucket. Check this out. He had 50 over the weekend in a pickup game. and he looks like a 25-year-old man in this. Like, look at him move. He's still unsigned. Obviously, he's older, but easy 50 for the veteran and the former Sixth Man of the Year. But yeah, that was great.
He's always been a shooter, man.
Yeah, between him and Lou Williams, like, I can't believe the Clippers had them both. Like, they just have great six men going through there. But him and Lou Will, man, they're up there for arguably the best of all time. But the second video. It was great. We'll do the we see Quavo do a bunch of sports. He's very talented in a lot of things, but I don't really see him do baseball. We've seen him throw footballs. Check this underhand pitch out that still struck out DK Metcalf, which is quite a surprise. It was about a 20-mile-per-hour pitch underhand. And DK, the man who looks physically able to do everything, couldn't hit the ball. So that's pretty entertaining. Look at the celebration afterwards and everything.
There is nothing more humiliating than swinging and missing on a softball.
And yes.
Honestly,
from a guy who probably doesn't often throw, he'll just do it for fun. You still miss, but
right.
It was great. And we transitioned to Greg Popovich. He's coaching, obviously, USA basketball, and you got to respect a coach who, does what he preaches. He tells these guys to run all the time, but when the coaches mess up, the players made him run. And look at him run at 72 years old, I believe.
That's amazing.
He's moving like he's 50. He's moving good. I mean, he doesn't look achy out there. He's running. And you look at all the other coaches running too, but no, it's mad respect to Pop. He doesn't look. He's not complaining one bit. The audio is Kevin Love telling him, "Come on," yelling at him.
This is the entire coaching staff out there.
Yeah. They must have did something during the event, but man,
made a bet. Like, all right, we'll run if you guys.
Like he was smiling too.
Yeah,
laughing.
like at the end of practice, they're like, "Man, we'll just run some laps," and Pop got his cardio in. But yeah, that's what's trending with Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff. And yeah, it's awesome to see Greg Popovich out there at 72 years old doing that.
Unreal.
Man. I'm going to be happy to be walking at 72, I got to be honest with you, let alone running sprints up and down the court with Team USA. A little bit different life that Greg Popovich
that's
has.
That's going to keep him aging well, too.
Yes, for sure. Joey, you got your dumbass of the day ready to go?
Ready to rock.
All right, let's hit it.
The Detroit Pistons select Darko Milicic.
World's dumbest criminal.
Well, so much for me calling him savvy because he had no idea where he's on the field.
And he crosses too many timeouts. It's a technical foul.
Dumbass!
Man, this has got to be the smoothest dumbass I have ever seen. There's been a lot of porch pirating going on lately. A lot of them. Like, honestly, this was so smooth right here that I didn't even know he did it. Approaching in Detroit. Sits down, smooth, right?
Right.
Can't even tell. Y'all didn't even see that happen, did you?
What?
See? See? Took the package so smooth.
I thought it was going to explode. Like, you see those videos?
For something. Is that it?
That was it. It was just like, how dumb do you got to be to go up on this porch that slow, not masked up or anything in this ring cam world that we're living in?
I mean, honestly, you can't really make out his face. But
I mean, like, this porch pirate stuff is pissing me off because these guys just show, like, at least throw a mask on or something and go out there. Like, some disguise. Dude just walks up there, first off, slow as hell.
This is why I'm about to go ahead and get a P.O. box.
Oh, there you go.
It's actually smart.
No porch pirates for you.
You ever had that? You ever had that happen to you? It happened to me one time.
Oh, yeah. It's happened to my cousin a couple of times with Jordans. And he tells them where to put the box at. They don't put the box there. They put it right on the front porch. So if you see a box on your front porch that has a freaking Nike or a Jordan, logo on it, in the D on 7 Mile.
Man, we should set up some fake ones.
You know what? That would be great if we set up a fake one
with the glitter bombs.
With the glitter bombs.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
All right, let's get on that.
That's actually great.
It's a 7 Mile glitter bomb coming at you. Thank you guys for waking up with the Morning Woodward Show. We appreciate you each and every morning right here on the Woodward Sports Network. Coming up from 11 to 1 o'clock, the Baligian and Bell Show. I believe Bell is out, and that means Terry Foster is joining Sean Baligian, so that should be a great show. Followed by The Hook from 3 to 5, and then later on tonight, we got EpEcenter, where Mikey comes on and highlights all the esports highlights that he sees while he's streaming and just going over everything. So if you're a gamer, make sure you're tuning in 10 o'clock tonight right here on the Woodward Sports Network. Have a great Monday, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.